Hey guys, what's up? And welcome back to the channel. Today we have the night session in Canada. We have Francis Tiafoe taking on the resurgent Milos Raonic. Raonic playing his third tournament. What's up, guys? I'm excited for this one. I'm excited to see Raonic back at it. This is his first hardcourt tournament in over 2 years. The last hardcourt tournament that Milos Raonic played was Atlanta 2 years ago, where he lost to Brendan Nakashima. And now he's taking on Francis Tiafoe, who's in the top 10 in the world. So it's going to be a tough match, but he's playing in front of the home crowd. But what's up? What's up? It's Anthony here for QualityShot Tennis. Hope you guys are having a good time. Hey, what's up, Dutchy? Hi, it says US Open on the screen. Yeah, that's what we have for the intro thing. What's up, Dutchy? Let's go Milos. That's it. Let's go Milos. Let's see what Milos has got. I want to see Milos have a good comeback. Let's go Milos. Let's go Milos. But yeah, the players are warming up, but they're about to start. They are about to start. So yeah, as you see there on the screen, Raonic is 545th in the world, which is kind of insane. But this is his third tournament back. He was injured. These two have played once before, but look, these two played once before. Tiafoe won that match. They played 5 years ago at this tournament. They played 5 years ago at this tournament. Tiafoe was like 20 years old, and Tiafoe won in 3 sets. But I don't know how much that match is going to really, I don't know. It's two very different matches, you know what I mean? It's two very different matches. Right now it's a resurgent Raonic, though. We'll see how he does. Raonic to serve. Serve out wide. Forehand return from Tiafoe. Slice. That's a good slice cross-court from Raonic. It's a backhand from Raonic. Down the line to the forehand of Tiafoe. What a first rally. Backhand slice down the middle from Tiafoe. Raonic comes in. It's a backhand pass. Raonic is there with a volley. Chest lands out. Good first rally, to be honest. I thought on the Raonic serve we weren't going to see a lot of rallies. Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up, Max? What's up? What's up, Max? What's up, Dutchy? Glad to have you on the stream. What's up? What's up? Love 15. Tiafoe with the first point. Serve into the forehand return of Tiafoe down the middle. Forehand from Tiafoe cross to the forehand of Raonic. Backhand slice into the forehand of Raonic. Forehand Tiafoe cross. That's a great angle. It's a huge forehand down the line, though. Backhand slice cross. It's in the net. 15-all. You already hear the crowd support. You hear the crowd support. Listen, we're in Canada. We're in Canada. People are rooting for Tiafoe in Washington. We're in Canada now. We're in Canada now. So the crowd is going to be fully behind Raonic. No doubt about it. $15-all. Serve out wide, just misses from Raonic. It's a forehand from Raonic. Forehand inside out from Raonic, but that wasn't a good first serve. It wasn't placed well at all. Very short in the box. Raonic is going to need to serve better than that. Could be Milos's last match in Toronto with them playing in Montreal next year. Yeah, that's a good point, Dutchy. That's a good point. Yeah, even if he plays next year. Yeah, it could be his last time in Toronto. That's a good point. It's a good point. Didn't think about it that way. Yeah, this is Raonic's third event back. We'll get to what his results have been like so far. It's 15:30 here. Kick serve into the backhand of Tiafoe. Forehand runs around a backhand, does Raonic. We've seen that before. It's a forehand cross and forehand cross of Tiafoe. Forehand of Raonic. That's too good. That's a strong angle from Tiafoe. Just getting a little bit too much of an advantage in the point. Tiafoe, very strong hitter from the back of the court. He can hit really precise, great angles. Very talented, creative player. Is Francis. He can hit just crazy shots. So listen, Tiafoe's top 10 for a reason. This is going to be tough for Raonic. Raonic served first. Oh, sorry. Let me get the score up on here. Raonic served first, but he'll want to hold his serve. He needs to be. Raonic needs to make sure he's strong on his serve. 1540. Or else he doesn't have a shot here. Second serve coming for Raonic. See what Milos can do. It's a serve down the middle of the box. Oh, it's a weird kind of miss hit. Return, it's a forehand from Tiafoe with an angle. Wow, 1-0 for Tiafoe. France off to a quick start. Wow. That is not what Raonic wanted. Raonic served first. He was like, okay, well, it's me. It's Raonic with the big serve. You already know what it is, and but he just couldn't get it there. He couldn't do the serving that we expected from him. But he still is on the comeback. This isn't the Raonic that we knew from 2016, 2017. It's a different Raonic at the moment. I wonder how the Venus and Madsen match will go. Yeah, join in on Twitter as well if you want to follow along on Twitter. Another person for Quality Shot Tennis, Matt Hill. He'll be blogging about that match on Twitter, so check that out. But yeah, 1-0 here for Tiafoe. Tiafoe serving first. Tiafoe did really well against, if we're going to talk about the other match that they played 5 years ago, Tiafoe did really well against the Raonic serve. Tiafoe won the only tiebreaker that they played in that match, and he also broke Raonic 2 times. He broke Raonic twice, and Raonic only managed to break Tiafoe once. So Raonic doesn't want that same kind of thing to happen, and but Tiafoe will need to be strong behind his serve as well. He hasn't been in his last couple of matches. We'll talk about that too. Early stages, though. Raonic has 5 service games to break back in the rest of the set. We'll see if he can do it. It's a backhand slice, cross, and the backhand of Tiafoe, backhand Raonic into the net. 15 love. Raonic is going to have crazy crowd support. So, okay, let's talk about Raonic's resurgent kind of comeback so far. So, he played in, I'm going on a blank. He played in one of the grass court tournaments. I'm forgetting which one it was. I'll see that in a second. I'll pull that up. But Raonic played in one of the grass court events, and then he played Wimbledon. Those have been his 2 events so far. Okay, so he played in the Netherlands. That's right. Raonic played in the Netherlands, and then he played against Kecmanovic in the first round. Kecmanovic can be super tough, dangerous, skilled player. Raonic beat him in straight sets. Broke Kecmanovic in both sets. So that was his first match back in like 2 years. And then he lost to Jordan Thompson, who can play really tough ball on the grass courts. He was going to play queens. Raonic was going to play queens. He was actually going to play Jordan Thompson, who beat him in the first round, but then he had to pull out because of injury or something of this sort. I think it was injury. Still on the comeback. He didn't want to rush anything. And then Wimbledon. Wimbledon was the only other event that Raonic has played. This is what Raonic did in that tournament. By the way, Francis holds for 2-0. So Raonic has a great first event, to be honest. Beats Kecmanovic in his first match. That's already a good result. Jordan Thompson, tough on grass. He was playing really well on grass this year. But at Wimbledon, he beats Denis Novak in the first round. By the way, Denis Novak was playing well too. Denis Novak beat Watchalong he won 3 qualifying matches. One of them he beat Watchalong, who anybody who's seen Yasuki Watchalong play, he's a very tough player on the grass courts as well. Watchalong took a set off Zverev at Wimbledon. He was a lucky loser. And he also beat Huesler, came back from 2 sets low. But anyway, point is, Raonic beat Novak, who's actually playing a pretty good ball. And then he lost in the second round to, who did he lose to? Who did Raonic lose to? I should have it here. Who did Raonic lose to at Wimbledon? Going on a blank. Raonic lost to Tommy Paul. Raonic lost to Tommy Paul in the second round. Listen, losing to Tommy Paul isn't really a big shame. You shouldn't be super ashamed of losing to Tommy Paul. Tommy Paul, at one point this season, was 7th in the race. And he was also, he's just been solid this year. And I like him on grass courts too. I think at some point he'll have a pretty good result on grass. But either way, that's neither here nor there. He also took a set off Tommy Paul. Raonic has been playing well in his comeback. Not the 2016 Raonic, but still a good version of Raonic. But those have been his 2 tournaments so far. Beat Kecmanovic, then lost to Thompson over in Netherlands. Netherlands 250 on the grass courts, and then at Wimbledon he beat Denis Novak, and then he lost to Tommy Paul. This is his third tournament back. He's in Canada, his home tournament. That's an ace out wide. It's too good from Raonic. We're at 2-1. Let's go Milos. Let's go Milos. Let's see what Milos has got. Venus and Tiafoe as a mixed doubles duo at the U.S. Open would be epic. That would be pretty good, Max. Yeah, that'd be pretty good. Tiafoe would bring the energy. So would Venus. Venus always playing with passion, too. That'd be good. That'd be good. I'm loving this tournament. Yeah, Jody, yeah. Yeah, Canada's always fun. I love Toronto. Montreal is great, but I don't know. There's a different vibe about Toronto. If I was to say which one of those I prefer, I like Toronto. I always love the crowds at Toronto, too. Yeah. 2-1 here. 2-1 here. Yeah, what have Tiafoe's last few results been like? We know he's top 10. We know this. We know that. But just to go through a couple of Tiafoe's results, he lost to Grigor Dimitrov at Wimbledon. And that was, listen, in his last two tournaments, he's run into two one-handed players, two one-handers that were just playing some of the best tennis, some unbelievably good tennis. He lost to Dimitrov at Wimbledon, Dan Evans in Washington. And but in both of those matches, he just did not serve to how he should be serving. He saved only 4 of 9 break points against Dimitrov. Dimitrov broke him just a countless amount of times. Was not doing well on serve, and then against Dan Evans, similar thing. Got broken. Only saved 7 of 10 break points. He was just Tiafoe's serve recently not been good. Also hitting quite a bit of errors. Against Dimitrov, he had 11 winners, 30 errors. That's never going to do it. So he needs to do well on serve. He needs to hone down on errors and just play his game. He needs to play his game because I've been surprised by Tiafoe. The level he's brought since the U.S. Open. It's really been a high level. First serve is wide. Another serve coming. But yeah, those have been kind of Tiafoe's and Milos's results. Raonic runs around with backhand. We'll see that a lot. It's a backhand cross, but that's not a good placement. It's a forehand, though. Better forehand. Backhand cross to the backhand slice of Milos. That's a good shot. Way in the corner. Tiafoe just can't get his grip on the ball and completely mishits it. Forehand inside out. 15-all. Solid forehand. Raonic has a way better forehand than a backhand. Everybody knows Raonic's serve, but listen, the dude has a good forehand, too. The dude has a good forehand. I'm very high on Milos. And, I don't know. I've always liked Milos too. I love his motion on the serve. I just love the way he hits the ball. I think he's a great competitor. And yeah, I think he has a great serve, but also a great forehand. I think he's one of the bigger underachievers too. I think he's one of the bigger underachievers of the last 15, 20 years. I also think he's underrated. I think he's underrated, to be honest. And his win percentage shows that too. Before the comeback, he was 68% win percentage. That's better than guys like Ferrer, Nishikori, Wawrinka. Like, that's a high win percentage, elite level. So he's a very winning player. 40-15 here for Tiafoe. 40-15. Very skilled too. I mean, he has a big serve, but very skilled and a hard worker. 40-15. Yeah, for most of this North American hardcourt swing, the crowd is going to be fully behind Tiafoe. Tiafoe's going to be getting the crowd up, but not in this match. Crowd's going to be behind Raonic, who is on the comeback, and it's just the perfect storm. The crowd is going to be cheering like crazy every point Raonic wins. Forehand cross and forehand of Tiafoe. Forehand is long from Raonic, 3-1. 3-1 here. Or sorry, Tiafoe. Okay, Tiafoe hit the forehand long, so now we're at 40-30. Just barely missed the baseline. 40-30 here. Raonic still in this game. Serve out wide. Forehand from Tiafoe into the forehand of Raonic. It's in the net, though. There's half a chance for Raonic, but we're at 3-1. We're at 3-1. 13 minutes in, we're at 3-1. Yeah, what's up, guys? Who we got here? We got Jody, we got Dutchy, we got Max, N. What's up? What's up? Glad to have you guys in here. Raonic here to serve at 1-3. Let's see. I'm hoping Tiafoe doesn't run away with this. That's what it's looking like right now. It's not a good sign that Tiafoe did so well against Raonic even 3 years ago, when Raonic was higher ranked in the world. And it was at this tournament too. Tiafoe beat him in front of the home crowd. So Tiafoe has seen this before. That was even the last time they met was even before Tiafoe had that great run in the 2019 Australian Open, which I remember well, where he reached the quarterfinals. So, yeah. Thanks, Anthony, for the stream. No problem, Dutchy. Glad to have you in here. Always good to have you in the chat. So forehand, cross, and forehand Tiafoe. It's in the net. Forehand in the net. I need sorry, I don't know what you're talking about here. Anonymous Lizard. Does she have a chance? Oh, is it somebody else playing right now? Let me check. Check that in a minute. $40 love here. $40 love. 3 game points for Raonic. Kick serve is out, but it's 40-15. If you're gonna double fault, you want to do it at 40 love. It's a good decision there from Milos Raonic. Get it out at 40 love. 40-15 here. But yeah, and the other meeting that they've had, I'm not going to talk about too much. Like I said, I don't think we should put a whole lot of weight on it. It was a completely different time, but Raonic hit 5 double faults. Tiafoe hit 0. That was a big thing as well. It was just like on serve. It was it didn't really work. No, I'm not falling for it. No, I'm not falling for it. It's 3-2 here. I've been on the internet too much. I'm not. We're at 3-2. I'm not falling for it. 14 minutes into this one. Yeah, Francis with the lead. Raonic really needs to make sure. I don't know if Raonic is going to be able to get a chance to break back here, but he'll want to do what he can because I don't know. Because that the only way Raonic is going to win this is if they can stay on serve. He doesn't want to get broken. He wants to stay on serve. Yeah, 3-2 here. 3-2 here. Yeah, solid stuff so far from Tiafoe on serve. That's what he needs to do. And then for Milos, his second serve is Francis is always killer on the second serve return. Milos needs to make sure he's placing his second serve well. And that's why he wants that 64%. He wants that way higher because he wants to make first serves in as much as possible. And that's always a hard thing to do. You know what I mean? It's always a hard thing to do because it's a balance, right? When you're hitting your first serve because it's your second serve because it's like, well, if you want to hit an ace, then you don't want to go super high percentage with it and make sure you get it in. So first serve percentage is always a tough thing because if you're going super high percentage, make sure you get it in. It's hard to hit a really good serve doing that. So that's kind of the thing. Backhand into the net. 15 love. Can you show us your socks? I'll give you a donation if they're clean. I am not wearing socks at the moment, but I wish I was. I wish I was. I'll take the donation. I should have just lied and found some socks real quick. It's a forehand from Raonic into the net. It's Roger Federer's birthday today. Yeah, for me it's still tomorrow, but yeah, I'm excited for his. How old is he? He was born in 81, so 42. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, Felix. It's a few people's birthdays too. I think OJ Aliassime was born on the 8th too. There are a couple other ones too. Anthony, hey, what's up? What's up, Marina? Glad to have you in the chat. Always good to have you. Second serve here. Tiafoe doing really well on serve so far. That's what he needed in this match. It's back and cross on the backhand of Francis. Backhand slice down the line. Milos comes to net, but the slice goes just long 4-2. Slice goes just long 4-2. I like Milos trying to switch it up and find something here, but 4-2 for Tiafoe. It's looking like Tiafoe getting with the quick lead here. I got a question for y'all, though. All y'all in the chat, I got a question. What is going to be Milos's best achievement, do you think, on his comeback? What do you think his best kind of results are going to be on his comeback? Do you think he's going to be able to win a title? Do you think he'll be able to make a slam quarterfinal, a slam semifinal? Do you think he'll make a Masters quarter, a semifinal? Even better. Let me know. What do you think are going to be Milos's best achievements, his highest results on this comeback? How well do you think he's going to do? This is his third tournament back. This is third tournament back. He said also, Milos said he didn't play a match, by the way, for 14 months. And now he's back. So that's something to keep in mind as well. But it's good to see Milos back. Always a hard worker, good competitor, strong forehand, amazing serve as well. So, yeah, it's cool. Yeah, happy birthday, Roger. And wherever it's already the 8th. It's still the 7th for me, but yeah. Yeah, Fed is the best. Whenever he has his first exhibition tournament, you know what I mean? I am going there no matter where it is in the world. I need a, yeah. Dirty love. Dirty love for Milos. $18 minutes into this contest. Serve from Milos. Out wide, forehand the net from Tiafoe. 40 love. Crowds behind Raonic, and why shouldn't they be? Crowds behind Raonic. Yeah, the highest, Raonic is the first Canadian to do many, many things. He's the highest, he's had the highest ranking of any Canadian in history at world number 3. And he's also the only Canadian to, only Canadian to reach the Wimbledon final. Among some other things, first Canadian to make Australian Open semis, even the first to make the French Open quarterfinals. He's really led the way for Canadian tennis. So 4-3. It'll be cool to see Raonic over at Laver Cup this year, which is going to be held in Canada for the first time. I doubt he'll play, but I'm sure he'll show up at least. He's always a big thing for Canadian tennis too. I always really enjoy watching him play. There's something about his serve. You know what I mean? Like John Isner's serve is like, it's cool because it's like so crazy good and whatever, he can place it in such a crazy way and hits such hard serves. But I love the way Raonic's service motion looks on the serve. The grip that he uses, just, I don't know. There's something about it. And it's so consistent. It's so crazy. He just kept getting barred down by injuries, did Raonic. It's so annoying. It's like that. It's like Del Potro. Del Potro and Raonic, very similar. Two big hitters, very skilled players, both with a fantastic win percentage, very winning. But just didn't have a chance to play, didn't have a chance to win because they kept I don't know, they kept getting injured, which was very annoying. Gail about to win. Let's go. Okay. Yeah, against Eubanks, my boy Eubanks. But I like to see Monfils winning. It's good for him on the comeback as well. Yeah, Monfils up 4-1 the third set. It's good from Eubanks to be able to pull out that second set. But yeah, Monfils, I guess, with a double break. Eubanks ranking will fall, like I said, LOL. Yeah, I think these next couple months aren't going to be as successful as his last few. It's going to always be it was always going to be tough for Eubanks to keep it going. But listen, I kind of think next year he'll find some success as well. If not at some points during the end of this year. But let's see what happens. It's going to be hard for him to continue like he was, though. There's no doubt about it. It's hard to keep that up. Forehand across court is a huge winner from Tiafoe. Tiafoe is hitting that forehand absolutely massive. As many good things as I've said about Raonic and how I think his forehand is slightly underrated, Listen, Tiafoe, ever since that US Open, ever since he's really picked up his level to a top 10 level, he's, I don't know, that forehand, he's been hitting it crazy. It's 15 love. Raonic needs to find something on the return here. He hasn't won many return points. He had a 40-30 game. That's the best he's done. It's a backhand slice into the net. The slice hasn't worked for him either. He's tried it out a few times to avoid hitting a backhand, but even the slice hasn't worked. A lot of times players try revert to the backhand slice to not hit over it, but neither of them has worked. So, but listen, we gotta be nice to Raonic. He's only on the comeback. I'm hoping that he really picks up his level and finds the way to play. But he's running. It's a good forehand right on the baseline. Tiafoe in the net, 30-15. Yeah, thank you guys for joining. I'm hoping that Milos can do something this match. It's not looking like it so far, but he's been solid on his serve ever since that first game. Let's see if he keeps that up. It's a forehand cross and forehand of Raonic and the backhand of Tiafoe cross and backhand slice on the defense of Raonic. It's forehand cross and forehand. Raonic cross court, but it goes out. Goes out, misses the line, 40-15. 40-15, and it's tough for Raonic on this comeback at the moment because Tiafoe is really putting him under pressure. Tiafoe's probably only lost like 4 points on serve. I think that's literally true, 40-15. Serve down the line to the backhand of Raonic, backhand Tiafoe into the forehand of Raonic, forehand Tiafoe cross. It's forehand out from Raonic, 5-3. 5-3 here. 5-3. But yeah, thank you guys for joining in. If y'all weren't here, I asked a question. What do you think are going to be the best achievements that Raonic does in his comeback? It's hard to know right now. It's hard to know. But if you're just to put a wild guess out there, what do you think are, for example, going to be his best slam result? Do you think he's going to reach a 4th round of a major on his comeback? Do you think he'll reach the quarters, the semis? Do you think he could win a Masters? Do you think he'll win another title at some point in his career? Let me know. Let me know. What do you think is going to be kind of the best achievement, the best kind of result that Raonic is going to get on his comeback? 4th round, quarters, semis of a major, anything. Let me know. 5-3 here for Tiafoe. Tiafoe doing really well on serve so far, and that's what Tiafoe need to do. It's back and return into the net. What's up? No love, Jay. You think Tiafoe taking this? Yeah, it's looking Tiafoe. It's looking Tiafoe. I hope Raonic at least gives the crowd something to cheer about. Yeah, Tiafoe doing better on serve than Raonic. 14 of 19 so far for Raonic, 16 of 19 for Tiafoe. Both good numbers, but Raonic has already been broken in the first game. That's all it took. That's all it took. Serve into the forehand return of Tiafoe. It's a good angle off that shot. Forehand of Tiafoe and forehand Raonic. Runs around a backhand, but completely hits it long. Tiafoe is a little bit, I don't know. Tiafoe is a little bit, what's the word? He's like, he doesn't look particularly amazing sometimes the way he hits his shots, but then he just hits like the craziest like angles and shots and like creative dynamic shots. And it's just like, wow. It's like, he's really, I can't think of the word for it at the moment, but, misleading. He directs you in the wrong direction. Like you look at him and you're like, oh, I don't know. This guy doesn't look that amazing. And then you watch him and you're like, dang. It's 30-15 here. Tiafoe services first next set, right? No. I think if this set goes as it's going to, where Raonic holds here and then Tiafoe holds to win the set for 6-4, then it would be Raonic serving first in the next set. Which it didn't do him good in this set, but I think that'll be a good thing for Raonic in the next set. 30-15 here. It's always good to serve first. Or, it's highly ironic I'm saying that. Raonic got broken in the first game. Forehand goes wide from Raonic. Raonic mishitting a lot of forehands. Listen, it could be nerves too. I mean, he's playing in front of the home crowd. In some ways, I feel like Raonic isn't going to be feeling a whole lot of pressure. But in another way, I feel like he's going to be feeling a lot of pressure. So, how come he serves first 2 times? Well, whoever finishes off this set serving, the other guy serves the next set. And yeah, there's a coin toss at the beginning, so there's a 50% chance you'll be able to serve first in the set. It comes down to luck if you get the choice, or if your opponent decides you get to serve. But yeah, the second set, it's whoever serves in the second set. It just depends on who ends serving in the first set, and it's looking like it's going to be Tiafoe. Forehand cross court, but it's in the net. Tiafoe's missed a few forehands in the net. It's not playing perfect. He hasn't in the last few events that he's played, but he's playing good enough, and he's serving very well. Oh, makes sense. Yep. Yeah, Tiafoe doing pretty much perfect on serve. Not perfect from the back of the court, but still good. And on serve, he's done exactly what he needs to do. Second serve coming from Milos. Kick serve, back in return, forehand. That's a winner from Raonic. That's good to see. Raonic with a little bit of a come on. Forehand inside out is a winner. Good to see some winners from Raonic. Monfils won. Okay, let's go, Gale. Yeah, my boy Eubanks is out, but I'm glad to see it. Listen, Monfils is great too, so it's good to see Monfils winning on his comeback. That's a big win against a guy playing well in the last few months. So it's good to see Monfils winning. The craziest stat about Monfils, I think, is that Monfils has gotten to at least a career ATP final every single year for the last 18 years or something. He's up there with Nadal, Djokovic, Connors. He's top 5 in that stat. He's gone to a final every year for the last 18 years. I think if somehow he's running out of time this year, but if Monfils manages to make an ATP final somehow this year, then I think that he would be top 3 only with Nadal and Djokovic or something crazy like that. So I've been hoping all year that Monfils makes a final just so we could have one of the craziest stats in tennis. That would be awesome. Have Monfils up there for no reason. Monfils is great. I'm happy to see him doing better and better as the comeback's been going on. We got to expect the same thing from Raonic too. None of these guys are going to come out here and just start playing amazing right away. I mean, outside of Nishikori. Nishikori and Raonic came back on the exact same week. They were out of tennis for 2 years. And then in one of the most poetic turn of events, they came back on the exact same week. Raonic played an ATP event. Kei Nishikori played a challenger. Nishikori won the challenger tournament. Nishikori won the tournament that he played in. Raonic was show off. Show off, winning the first tournament that you play. But both guys are playing well, though. It was a good first tournament back for Raonic as well. So backhand into the net from Tiafoe, love 15. At least something for Milos. Let's go, Milos. Let's see what Milos can do. Milos with the hard-hitting forehands, hard-hitting serve. He's just hitting few too many errors so far. He served very well ever since that first game. I mean, it's just that first game. That's how brutal tennis can be. Second serve here for Tiafoe. See if Tiafoe clutches up. Raonic runs out forehand. That's a good return. Inside out. That's a backhand long from Tiafoe. It's left 30. Raonic would have a chance here. We're at left 30. We're at left 30 here. We are at love 30. We're over half an hour into this one. If you're just joining in, Tiafoe broke Raonic in the first game that Raonic served. And then since then, it's been pretty much on serve. Raonic hitting a few too many errors. Tiafoe both very solid on serve. That's a backhand pass winner from Raonic. We're at love 40. 3 break points coming for Milos. Let's go, Milos. Like I said, I mean, first match that Raonic plays this year, he broke Kecmanovic in both the sets that he played. Raonic isn't just a server. He's great from the back of the court, too. Throughout his whole career, Raonic was just improving the whole time, but he just kept getting bogged down with injuries. But let's see what Tiafoe can do. Tiafoe won't like that he's let Raonic back in this. Tiafoe is playing very well, hitting the angles well, and serving very solid. Not anymore. This is probably equaling the amount of points on serve that Raonic won before this game. Backhand. Cross court comes into net. Backhand pass from Raonic. Raonic runs. That's a volley wide from Tiafoe. We're at 5-5. Raonic said not yet. The crowd's going crazy. Crowd's going absolutely crazy. Listen, we're in the United States. We're not in the States anymore. We were in Washington. The crowd's behind Raonic on his comeback. We're at 5-5. By the way, don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Don't forget to like the video as well if you're enjoying it. And yeah, it's Anthony Hirsch here commentating QualityShot Tennis. Stick around. Let's see how the set finishes off. How are you watching this match? Have a link. I think it's on Tennis Channel, although Tennis Channel might have the Keys match. But Tennis TV will have the match for you if you have Tennis TV. I don't know about a free place to watch it, but Tennis TV should have it for you. We're at 5-5 here. Raonic serving. 32 minutes in. To serve out wide. That's a good serve, and Raonic takes the lead for the first time in this match. 15-love. Wow. Love this turn of events. Let's see what Milos has got. He's been serving very well ever since that first game. I'm expecting him to hold here. It's an ace down the line. 30-love. All right, 30-love here for Raonic against Tiafoe. Raonic broke at love. That was a twist in the plot, just a bit, I would say. Twist in the plot there. 30-love here for Milos. Twist in the plot, if I've seen one. It's 40-love here. Good serve from Milos. If you're viewing from Canada and want to see the match, it's on Sportsnet 1. Ooh, Dutchie. Dutchie in the chat. All right, there you have it. Sportsnet 1. Hope that's okay. Anthony. No, yeah. Yeah, that's great. Dutchie's got it for you. Sportsnet 1. If you need the match. 40-love. 40-love here. 34 minutes into this one. Backhand into the forehand of Raonic. That goes wide, though. 40-15. 40-15. But listen, on his service games, ever since that first game, Raonic is only making the errors when he's at 40-love, this, whatever. Raonic is a very clutch player. He's I've always been super high on Raonic's mentality. So I never think of Raonic as just a server. I really don't. He's not one of those guys. He reached world number 3 in the world, reached a Wimbledon final. He has a good forehand, and he kept improving as his career went on. Good volleyer as well. Some help from McEnroe. Big Mac as well. Johnny Mac. 2016 helped him out there. So, yeah, Raonic is a solid player for me. It's forehand, backhand, just gets over in that. Good volley from Raonic, but it's a forehand long from Tiafoe. Good game from Raonic. Raonic gets back to 6-5. Let's go, Milos. Let's go, Milos. Tiafoe's not going to want like that turn of events, though. Listen, getting broken at love to Raonic is going to really put a dampener on Tiafoe's spirits. Maybe his confidence. I don't know, but we'll see what he can do. We're at 5-6. Raonic is going to try to make it 2 breaks in a row. Stick around. Let's see what happens. That was a twist in the plot, but that's a twist in the plot that I like. Raonic breaking at love out of nowhere. This has been a weird match. Tiafoe win. That is what it's looking like. Tiafoe is definitely the favorite even still, but let's see what Raonic has. Let's see what Raonic has, dig. Yeah, who we got in here? We got No Love J. We got Dufla. We got Dutchie. We got Jody Breeze. We got Max N in the chat. We got a lot of people in here. Stick around. Anthony Hirsch here, QualityShot. If you're enjoying it, don't forget to sub as well. We'll be here for a lot more matches. Yeah, we're 36 minutes in. Let me look at some of the stats so far, just to get a better idea kind of what's going on here. Yeah, nothing too crazy in the serve department. They're both doing very well on winners to errors. Raonic has 12 errors, 12 winners, 3 errors. I feel like he might have more unforced that I would add on there. I feel like he's hit at least 4 or 5, but still, that's good numbers for both, especially for Raonic to be hitting so many winners from the back of the court. That doesn't include aces. So that's why Raonic is in this position. Listen, Raonic served first. He played a poor first game, but since then he's played well. He's played well. Raonic better win, Jody. Okay, let's see what Milos has got. Tiafoe in his last couple of events had some disappointing losses against Dimitrov, against Dan Evans. Everybody thought after Tiafoe won Stuttgart, he was going to go on this run. He really didn't do that. So it's 15 love here for Tiafoe, though. Let's see if we go to a tiebreaker. Like I said, these two have technically played once before. That was 5 years ago, but they played a tiebreaker in the first set. Tiafoe won that tiebreaker. And that was against a Raonic that was even higher ranked than Tiafoe, so that's only good signs for him. That's a perfect, beautiful backhand lob from Tiafoe. 30 love. Beautiful lob from Tiafoe. He went in first set, but that's all. Okay, interesting. Raonic has done well to fight back so far. 30 love. It's the first serve in the net. Serve out wide is wide. It's out wide and it's wide. Oh, no, it's called good. Oh, I could have sworn it was out. 40 love. Never mind. 40 love for Tiafoe. That was 30-15. It's 40 love. Score is correcting me. Okay, 2 aces for Tiafoe. Never mind what I said. 2 aces for Tiafoe. We're at 6-all. Okay, guys, if you're watching on in chat, let me know. Who do you think's win this first set, and what do you think's the score going to be? 40 minutes into this match. Very kind of weird set so far. If you get the score right in the chat, I'll shout you out. Let me know, what do you think's the score going to be? For me, I think the score is going to be... That's tough. Both players have won the exact same amount of points, 28 points apiece. I don't know. I got a good feeling about Raonic, to be honest, all of a sudden. I'm going to go with the ambitious guess. I'll say Raonic 7-5. Let me know who's won the first set and what's the score going to be. Forehand inside out, backhand slice from Tiafoe into the forehand of Raonic inside out. That's in the ground from Tiafoe, 1-0. It's in the ground from Tiafoe, 1-0. I say Milos wins the first set, then Tiafoe comes back and wins in 3. But let's see what happens. Raonic 1-0. Promising stuff from Raonic ever since that first game. He had a few errors, a few bad slices, a few weird mistimed forehands, but he's still only figuring it out. Yeah, Raonic doing a good job running around that backhand, by the way. It's another slice down the middle. It's a little bit better. It's a backhand cross, but a backhand volley from Tiafoe. It's a forehand pass. That's a great one. Backspin shot for Tiafoe, and Raonic can't get it. Raonic just looks, wow. Raonic hit a perfect forehand pass. That's going to be on Tennis TV. Perfect forehand pass. Tiafoe, that we've seen that before. Tiafoe just reaches out his racket, and that goes back to his side. If you just hit it on your side first, that's not your point. But if you get it on the other person's side, then it goes back to yours. That's like a Uno reverse card. That's crazy. That's crazy. Great shot there. All right, get 1 point apiece. We love points like that. Great shot from Tiafoe. Great hands. Great hands. 1 point apiece. It's a backhand to the backhand of no, just missed the baseline. 2-1. 2-1 here for Tiafoe. Let me know, who do you think's win this breaker, and what's the score going to be? If you got the score right, I'll shout you out in the chat. 2-1. I'll shout you out. Hoping Milos 7-4. Okay. See if he's got it. I said Milos 7-5. Let me know who's win the set and what's going to be score. No love Jay. That's what I said. He win first set, but that's all. Oh, okay. Got you. So Milos takes the first set, then Tiafoe comes back. Got it. Go Tiafoe. Tiafoe win friend. Yep. Halfway to a tiebreak. Yep. Yeah, we got a tiebreaker here. 2 points apiece. Go Tiafoe. Let's see what Francis can do. Francis wants needs wants his results to pick up in the North American swing. a lot of people were expecting him to do big things at Wimbledon after winning Stuttgart. He couldn't do that. And then so many were expecting him to do well in Washington, but I couldn't do that either. So he wants his results to pick up. 2 points apiece. It's a serve. It's a tape, goes over. That was a crazy point a couple points ago. Milos goes with a forehand past Tiafoe with a backspin volley. That was wild. Always fun to see that. It's not the first time we've seen it, but it's always special when it happens. It was special because it came off a great shot from Raonic, who nearly got a mini break to start off the breaker. So serve out wide, forehand return into the net, 3-2. We're at 3-2 here. We're at 3-2. See what Raonic can do. He's 4 points away from winning this set. If you're just joining in, Raonic got broken the first game of this match, and then Tiafoe served for it at 5-4. Raonic out of nowhere broke at love, and now we're in a tiebreaker. 3-2. 44 minutes into this contest. It's a serve from Tiafoe into the net. Second serve. Second serve. Let's see how the set finishes out. It's a forehand into the forehand of Raonic. He's effectively running around that backhand. Tiafoe's not doing well enough, hurting him there. It's 3-3 though. Tiafoe needs to hit better angles so that backhand, so that Raonic can't run around it. And if he runs around it, Tiafoe needs to take away his time. Tiafoe's letting Raonic off the hook a little bit too much, but he gets the point there. 3-3. Tiafoe's letting Raonic off the hook a little bit too much. We're at 3-3 though. It's fun to watch. Listen, Raonic is 545th in the world. Raonic is 545th in the world, but he's 3-3 in the first set breaker against 10th in the world. So, listen, we already know how good Raonic is. He's been 3 in the world. We know he's tough. And he's not playing like 545. No offense to whoever's around there in the ATP rankings, you know what I mean? But he's higher than that. The serve out wide. Perfect serve. Beautiful serve from Tiafoe. 4-3. Just kicked off. Perfect angle out wide. 4-3. Good serve. 4-3 for Francis. Yeah, Raonic is clearly playing top 100 level. Probably even much higher than that. It's hard to say just from this first set, but he's playing a good level. He's testing the world number 10. We're at 3-4. Let's see if he can keep it up, though. Serve down the line. Forehand return for Francis. Forehand cross court. Does he make it? Think he just makes it. 4-4. 4-4. Just catches the sideline. 4-4. Next points are the important ones. Raonic trying to get it done in front of his home crowd. Let's see Raonic get the set. Let's see it get fun. Let's go Milos. Let's see what Milos has got. We don't want it to be Francis 7-6, 6-1 or something. Francis runs away with it. Let's see what Milos can do. He's close in this breaker. But Francis is going to be way disappointed because he was playing great. He was playing great angles off the forehand. He was hitting some crazy shots. He hit that backspin shot, whatever. Always fun to watch, but he's going to be disappointed that he was serving for it and couldn't serve it out. It's a serve from Milos is a let. Another serve coming. First serve coming here. Serve into the net, second serve. That's a big moment. There's a huge difference between 5-4 being up and the other guy serving for the set at 5-4. It's a huge moment on a second serve. Raonic, how well he does on second serves was a big thing here. That's a good second serve, though. Into the backhand. It's a forehand down the middle. Backhand pass from Raonic. Just gets the volley. That's a strong volley. Raonic gets the point. Raonic, like a tower on top of the net. We're at 5-4. We're at 5-4. That's what Johnny Mac did. That's what Big Mac did for Raonic. He helped out the volleys too when John McEnroe worked with him at Wimbledon all those years ago. Gil, go Tiafoe. Let's see if Tiafoe can come back here. 5-4. Let's see if Tiafoe can come back. 5-4. If you're Arun Tiafoe, he's got to pick it up right here. He's got to make some first serves. Or he'll want to anyway. Serve out wide. That's a good one. So return into the net, 5-5. 5-5. These are the moments of tennis where, you know, big moments. Big moment here, 5-5. 47 minutes in. It's a big moment on Raonic's comeback. Impressive anyway for him to get to this point, but let's see if he can go even a step further. It's a first serve into the net. I said Tiafoe wants to make first serves. He didn't there. It's a kick serve, short in the box. It's a forehand from Raonic down the middle. Backhand jumping up from Tiafoe. Raonic is playing it safe, but he's getting it deep in the court. Raonic goes for a forehand down the line, but he misses it in the net. It's a set point for Tiafoe. Tiafoe's served for the match. Now he's up a set point. Raonic is still fighting. Raonic is still fighting on. Hey, what's up, Diego? Good to have you as well. Good to have you, Dusa and Max. Don't forget to sub as well. Quality Shot Tennis. We'll be here for more matches too. Let's see if Tiafoe can finish it off. Tiafoe's so good at tiebreakers. Tiafoe's so good at tiebreakers. He won 8-0 at tiebreakers at the U.S. Open, by the way. He won 8 tiebreakers, lost none on his U.S. Open semifinal run. It's a big serve out wide, but it's wide from Raonic. Second serve here. It's got to be tight with the home crowd watching him on. 6-5. It's got to be tight. It's a big serve, gutsy serve down the middle of the box. Big forehand into the ad side. It's a forehand from Raonic. It hits the tape, but goes over. Tiafoe has a shot. He hits it right back to the backhand. Raonic is a volley in the net. I was saying Tiafoe needs to be clutch. He was not clutch on that shot. We're at 6 points apiece. 6 points apiece in this one. Wow. We're going to be doing some play-by-play here. 6 points apiece. That was a crazy one to do, though. That happened so fast. It was like ping pong. I want to see a replay of that point. But Tiafoe, listen, Raonic came to net and he put up a huge space for Tiafoe to hit a pass cross court, and Tiafoe just goes right back down the line. Right back to Raonic. Listen, if you have a chance to win a set, you have to take it right then and there. You have to just go for it. 6-all. People talk about playing it safe when you're up set point, up match point. That's perfectly fair. That's true because the other person is so nervous, but you also have to take it. If somebody gives it to you, you have to take it. And Tiafoe didn't take it there. We're at 6-6. It's a back and return from Tiafoe. Way up high, goes long. It's a set point for Raonic. It's a set point for Raonic. Tiafoe is going to be so disappointed. Let's see what Francis can do. Like I said, Francis always clutch in tiebreakers, but who else is a tiebreak king? It's Raonic. Listen, Raonic was playing so many tiebreakers back in the day when he was playing. I mean, obviously with the serve. And he was winning so many of them. He's got to have one of the best win percentages in tiebreakers. We got 2 tiebreaker kings on the court. 7-6 here. What can Raonic do on the serve? Tiafoe wants the first serve. He couldn't get it at 5-5. But it's a first serve down the line. Perfectly on the line, 7-7. Francis gets it. He's not letting the set go easy. Tiafoe's not letting the set go easy. We're at 7-7. We're at 7-7 in Canada. Take it in, guys. This might be the best moment of the match right now, what we're watching. We're at 7-7. What happens next? First serve into the net from Francis. Second serve. Kick serve into the forehand of Milos. Forehand of Tiafoe into the forehand of Milos. Goes for a big one inside out. Listen, Raonic has gone for a few big forehands in this breaker, but he's missed a lot of them. Listen, this is a guy only is playing his third tournament. That forehand's crazy, but Raonic said himself he didn't play a match for 14 months. Raonic said himself. Raonic needs a first serve here. He's not done so well on second serve. He needs to make sure he makes the first serve. He'll want it anyway. 7-8. Another chance for Tiafoe to take the set. He's got to be more clutch than he was in the last one. See what Francis can do. So serve out wide is too good. 8-8. What's the record for the longest breaker? Can we start looking at that? It's not anywhere close so far. I believe it's Isner Opelka in Dallas last year, 24-22. We're not even halfway to that, but it's 8-all in this breaker. 8-all in this breaker. Don't forget to subscribe to Quality Shot Tennis as well. It's Anthony Hirsch here commentating Quality Shot. We'll have the rest of this tiebreaker. We'll have the rest of this match. Crazy moment here. Can Raonic be clutch on serve? Big serve down the line. Both players knew it coming in. Raonic just had that look in his eye like, yeah, this is easy for me. Ace down the, or a service winner down the line, 9-8. Service winner down the line, 9-8. Crazy, crazy. But yeah, Raonic is a wild card here, playing it from the Canadian crowd. Tiafoe's, both guys not doing really well on first serve percentage. That's why I thought. Both not making a lot of first serves in here. Tiafoe needs to make one in here now, though. She's only making half of them in. He doesn't make one there. It's a second serve. Big chance for Raonic. This could be a moment that Raonic looks back on if he doesn't take this set. And doesn't really get another big chance. It's a very slow kick serve. It's a backhand to the backhand of Tiafoe. Does he just miss it? No, hits the sideline. Just. It's a forehand cross and forehand of Tiafoe on the slide. Forehand inside out, backhand Tiafoe. Raonic runs around, forehand hits a huge one. Inside in. Great defense from Tiafoe, scrambling. It's a drop shot. Raonic there with slice. Forehand pass from Tiafoe. Francis looks up to the Canadian crowd, looks up to his box. He fist bumps. Tiafoe is clutch. He's clutch in tiebreakers. We're at 9-9. We switch sides for the third time. 9 points apiece here. 9 points apiece. Wow. 9 points apiece in this one. Let me scroll down the score here. Wow, what a point. Tiafoe was scrambling. Raonic was inches from the set. Raonic was inches from the first set was Milos. We got another changeover here. Stick around. Don't forget to sub to Quality Shot Tennis too, by the way. We're going to be commentating. I'm going to be commentating more matches for Canadian Open. So is Faison. We're going to be trying to do some of these other matches at the Canadian Open. Hope Faison can do some. Other people for the channel. But it's 9-all here. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe. We'll be here for a lot more matches. It's a serve, hits the tape, but goes long. Hope you guys are enjoying it. It's a crazy moment right now. 9 points apiece. Kick serve, forehand from Raonic. Raonic has hit very few backhands. Tiafoe's let him off the hook. It's a short forehand from Tiafoe. Tiafoe, huge forehand cross court. Wow. Raonic gets a racket on it. I thought Raonic had the advantage in the point. Then Tiafoe just unloads on a forehand out of nowhere. 10-9. 10-9. You just feel like another ace from Raonic might be coming, though. Let's see if Raonic can be clutch. But listen, Tiafoe's going to try to stop that from happening. Tiafoe just finds a way. Listen, I've said before, Tiafoe, he's top 10 for a reason. He just finds ways in matches to get on the winning side. He's underrated in his mentality. He just keeps fighting on. That's why he's so good in breakers. But so is Milos. It's not 10-9 here for Tiafoe. Ready on the return. Big serve out wide. Backhand. Tiafoe goes for it. We're at 10-10. Double digits everywhere. Raonic trying to get it done in front of his home crowd. Are we going to see a longer tiebreaker all tournament? We're 10 points apiece here. 10 points apiece here. Raonic serving. Love to see this from Raonic, though. Win or lose. Hats off Raonic. He's fought well in this set. He saved, 2-3 set points. Tiafoe was serving for it. Raonic broke at love, which is still crazy. To serve down the line is a perfect ace from Milos, 11-10. But listen, Tiafoe's a clutch tiebreak king. Let's see what he can do. But it's Raonic trying to get it done in front of his home crowd. Let's go Milos. That's it. Let's go Milos. Let's go Milos. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Stick around for the rest of this match too. It's not just the rest of it. Yeah, it's 11-10 here for Milos. Ready on the return. Tiafoe with the serve. First serve out wide. Raonic puts up a racket. One hand back in return. Raonic with the forehand to the backhand of Tiafoe. Backhand slice down the line, but it's wide. 11-11 in this never-ending tiebreaker. Dusan, Tiafoe, let's go. Let's see what Tiafoe can do. He's not making a lot of first serves, is Tiafoe. Let's see if he can pick it up. 11-11 in this one. Let's break a record. I'm in the mood of breaking a record. Let's keep this going. 11-11 the breaker. Both guys are amazing at breakers. There's no wonder that it's going this deep. And both guys are clutch. Listen, I'm very high on the mentality of Milos. Very high on it. So he's gone through a lot of matches he shouldn't have gone through. It's a big serve out wide. Tiafoe's hit a few just beautiful, like amazing serves out wide that just kick up. They're impossible to get to. Are we going to switch sides for the fourth time? Obviously, they switch sides every 6 points. If we get to 12-12, they're switching sides one more time. We're at 12-11. Milos serving. 12-11. Milos serving. Don't go anywhere. Raonic taking a lot of time here. Serve for Milos. All right, back in for Tiafoe. 12. We're at 12-12. We're at 12-12, guys. People are going to be looking at the score like, what the hell is going on? What's going on over there? What's going on over here is we got two guys that are just amazing at breakers and just don't let up. We're at 12-12. Listen, Raonic has been here before, though. You know what I mean? Raonic has played, back in the day, Raonic was playing a lot of tight breakers. But yeah, this is Raonic's third match back. Milos Raonic. It's good to have him back. He's playing great. He's been playing great ever since his first match this year. He beat Kecmanovic in straight sets. We're at 12-12. Never-ending breaker. Serve out wide, just a high percentage serve. It's a forehand down the middle. It's not going to cost Raonic. Wasn't an ace or nothing. It's a forehand into the net. Raonic blinks. Raonic blinks and obviously frustrated. 13-12, Tiafoe. At 12-12 in the breaker, it's Tiafoe with the first kind of punch of the breaker. Tiafoe with the first chance. It's 13-12. 19 minutes and 36 seconds in this breaker. It's going to be a 20-minute long tiebreaker to end off this first set. Let's see if Raonic can do something. Like I said, Tiafoe only making half of first serves in, giving Raonic a lot of chances. And he doesn't make a first serve there. Raonic is standing super deep in the court. Super far back, Medvedev stance. It's a forehand down the middle into the backhand of Tiafoe. Raonic with a chance. It's a forehand, just crosses the net. Forehand of Raonic into the backhand of Tiafoe. It's a backhand slice of Raonic. Forehand Tiafoe. He has a chance. It's a forehand cross and forehand of Tiafoe. Backhand slice. The backhand slice of Tiafoe down the middle. Forehand. Raonic comes in, hits the tape. It goes over. Tiafoe runs. Flick. No way. Oh my God, what happened? He's talking to the umpire. Yo. Start talking to the umpire. Something happened. That was an amazing get. Yeah, they're both talking to the umpire. That was the craziest point. Let me hear in. Let me hear what they're saying. This is crazy. Tiafoe hit the net. The umpire thinks Tiafoe hit the net. Okay, so Raonic clearly thinks Tiafoe hit the net, but the umpire and Tiafoe did hit the net, but he hit the outer part of the net. Tiafoe hit the net where the side post is, but I think that counts. I don't know why the umpire is Fergus Murphy. The umpire is Fergus Murphy, who's saying that that part of the net where the sign is doesn't count, but that sounds insane to me. I always thought the rule was if you hit the post or anything. The supervisor never, I've never seen the supervisor correct the umpire. But the supervisor might say something if he's just blatantly wrong. I don't know the rule for sure, but I would think that counts. This is ridiculous. I have no idea what happened. Trying to listen in. Okay, so the umpire and the supervisor are saying if you hit that part of the net for doubles, Raonic hits the net or something. Raonic throws down the racket. The crowd is booing. I think the crowd is booing because of because of what the umpire decided. Tiafoe grabs the set even though he ran into the net because the umpire says the crowd is booing like crazy. Wow. The umpire's trying to explain it to the crowd, but nobody's hearing him. Wow, I've never seen that before. I've never seen that before in my life. That was a crazy point anyway. The crowd is booing him. I guess the crowd is probably going to be booing no matter what, but wow. I mean, y'all heard it with my reaction to the point, but that was a ridiculous deck. He barely got it from two bout. Ridiculous flick. But Tiafoe did hit the net. So I've never seen that before because they weren't arguing. Let me turn the volume off here. So they weren't arguing because they weren't saying, oh, Tiafoe was like, I didn't run into the net. There was like, the umpire was like, yeah, Tiafoe ran to the net. I'm giving him the point anyway. Because apparently, if they were playing doubles, then the umpire would have said, okay, well, that doesn't, then you ran into the net, it's the other person's point. But they're saying they're playing singles. That's a permanent fixture on the court. That's not the net. So I'm giving it to Tiafoe. He got it anyway, even though he ran into the net. Because apparently that part of the net is outside the singles lines. But I've never heard that before. Not speak so much English, but good transmission. I appreciate it. I appreciate Vamos Big. That was ridiculous. Talk about a start to the Canadian Open. The crowd's going wild. Wow, 14-12 here. That point to end it, I went like, listen, Raonic, Raonic's forehand hits the tape. It goes like a millimeter in front of the net, an inch in front of the net. And then Tiafoe, with a miracle foot speed, runs to the net and hits a flick winner anyway. And then he runs into the net. I don't know the rules, so I can't say it for sure. I thought that would be Raonic's point if he ran into the net. But amazing get from Tiafoe. I was saying it on the, if anybody joined in for the stream that we did for Quality Shot Tennis for Tiafoe Karatsev, I was saying Tiafoe has some of the best foot speed on tour. It's very underrated in terms of running up to drop shots. He can do so many things, moving forward and back in the court. I really think he's underrated in that way. But that was a crazy get, crazy point. Yeah, Touchy. That was wild. I couldn't even tell what happened at first. But so they gave the point to Tiafoe, wins the set 14-12. That was nuts. And Tiafoe here serving the second set. Wow. So Tiafoe runs into the net, but it doesn't matter. That's basically what the umpire said. It doesn't matter because that part of the net outside the singles lines, that doesn't count. He called it a permanent fixture, whatever that means. I'm hoping the net is a permanent fixture too, but it's a 15-love here for Tiafoe. It's a shank return, but it's going to go in. Maybe no, goes just wide. 30-love. 30-love for Tiafoe. Let's see what happens next. You know what I mean? Let's see if Raonic keeps fighting on here. I didn't even have time to go over set one stats. I didn't have time to talk about that set because that last point was so crazy. End off a 20-minute long tiebreaker. If that's not one of the most memorable points of most memorable moments of the whole year, I don't know what is. Or at least one of the most memorable weird situations, 40-love here. Tiafoe quickly back to work, as he does. Tiafoe deserves to be top 10. He's got the mentality for it. He's really surprised me with his consistent high level of play since the US Open last year, but he's really picked it up to a very high level. So it's good on him. 40-15 here. Serve out wide is wide. Second serve. Kick serve into the backhand of Milos, into the forehand of Francis, the backhand of Milos down the middle, forehand of Francis. Forehand goes wide from Milos. We're at 1-0 for Tiafoe. 1-0 for Tiafoe. But yeah, okay, if you guys just joined in or whatever, you'll see it on Tennis TV, I'm sure, whatever. That was the definition of this is going to be on Tennis TV type of moment. 20-minute long tiebreaker, 13-12 in the breaker. And they play a crazy point. Raonic, Tiafoe's hitting it pretty short in the point. He's up set point. He's serving for the set with a set point. And basically, he's hitting pretty short in the court. Raonic has the chance to take advantage. He runs to the net with a forehand. The forehand hits the net, but he hits it with so much pace on it, it goes over. But it goes over literally like an inch over the net. And Tiafoe was behind the baseline. Somehow he hits the most amazing flick winner. But he runs into the net. And then the umpire says, yo, I know Tiafoe ran into the net before the ball bounced twice, but I'm giving him the point anyway. The crowd went crazy. And apparently the supervisor agreed that that part of the net just doesn't count. So that's kind of what happened. And I can go over the set too. I want to look at some of the stats. But it's a backhand on the defense. That's a good shot. It's a forehand volley winner from Tiafoe. I want to hear the crowd reaction. Yeah, crowd just clapping nice. But yeah, I mean, Canadian crowd. Listen, that's the only time you'll see Canadians booing so loud. I mean, I guess that's a stupid stereotype or whatever. But anyway, I mean, they were booing like crazy after that set. They were not happy. I don't blame them either, because I would have thought that it's the rule. If you run into the net, you run into the net. You're in the net, you're in the net. So I don't blame them for booing or nothing. It's love 15 here. And obviously they're going to support Raonic, who's one of the best Canadian players of all time, if not the best. At least on the men's side, but I would think on either side. 15-all. But yeah, 15-all here, Raonic serving. Let's look at some of the stats for that insane set of tennis. That was a ridiculous way to finish it off. Wow. That's going to be replayed. Yeah, so first serve, neither guy getting a lot of first serves in, which was really strange. And then what else? Both guys doing well on first serve, though, which is not a surprise. Raonic having such a good first serve, and Raonic not having such a good return, which is pretty much the thing dictating it. Tiafoe doing really well on second serve points. And yeah, strong winners to errors for both players. Tiafoe hitting a lot of winners in the breaker really helped him out too to end off the set. But yeah, that was a weird, crazy set of tennis for real. So many twists and turns. But neither guy getting a lot of first serves in. If Milos can start hitting a lot of first serves in, this could turn around a little bit. That's a stat that he'll want to change. 30-all though. Forehand in the net. That's going to be a tough set to put in the bag, though. He had like 3 or 4 set points. That's going to be a tough set for Raonic to put behind him. He knows that was a chance. Versus the world number 10. Serve out wide is an ace, 40-30. 40-30. But yeah, what a crazy set. I mean, that played out like I don't know. That was like a really, really crazy script. It was like Raonic serves first, gets broken in the first game, and then he breaks at love at 5-4 when Tiafoe is serving for it. And then they play a 20-minute long tiebreaker, which ends with the craziest get from Tiafoe, one of the shots of the tournament, maybe one of the better shots of the month of the year. I don't know, but it was a crazy shot. And then he runs into the net, and then the umpire gives him the point anyway, because apparently that doesn't count or something. But that was a crazy set. But we're on set 2. It's deuce for Tiafoe. For a lot of the first part of this of the first set, it looked like Tiafoe was going to run away with it, but that's not what happened. Clearly, but it's Tiafoe with the momentum again in the second set. But I hope you guys are enjoying it. It's Anthony Hirsch here on commentary for Quality Shot Tennis. Don't forget to subscribe as well. We'll be here for more Canada Open, Cincinnati, US Open. We got a lot of exciting stuff coming. I mean that for real. Sometimes YouTubers say that. Like, we got some exciting stuff in the works. You better sub and like and stuff. But for real, we got some exciting stuff. So you better join on the train, because we got some stuff coming. I'm excited about it. We'll be here for the US Open, Cincinnati, and all of Canada. So join in. Advantage to Raonic here. Yeah, but yeah, and it's Anthony Hirsch here on commentary. Anthony here for Quality Shot Tennis. And I'm Commentary Booth on Twitter. If you want to follow me there, I talk about tennis there as well. Tennis Commentary Booth with Anthony Hirsch. That's my channel if you want to check it out. Tennis Commentary Booth with Anthony Hirsch. Yeah, it's advantage here for Raonic. Serve out wide, backhand from Tiafoe, forehand for Raonic. That's a good shot inside in. A little bit nervy shot. He did a little bit too much with it. It just lands in front of the baseline. We're at 1-1. I gotta see a replay of that point at the end of that first set. That's gonna be replayed. 1 point apiece, or 1 game apiece, I should say. 1 game apiece here. Yeah, this is so Tiafoe is now top 10 in the world. Tiafoe reached the top 10 in the world after Stuttgart. Raonic is still outside the top 500 in the world, technically 545th. But listen, he's playing way above that, obviously. It's a forehand now to the backhand. Tiafoe, by the way, for a pass. That's a good volley from Raonic, love 15. Love 15, Raonic trying to do a quick start here, turnaround. Crowd likes it. The crowd likes it. But yeah, he's 545th, but that's clearly only because he's played 2 tournaments. I mean, he was playing at a top 30, top 35 level, maybe for a lot of that set. I don't know. It's hard to say from just 1 set of tennis, but he was playing a good level, really tested out Tiafoe. So good on him. Almost won it. He had set points. But Tiafoe's the tiebreak king. Tiafoe, whether people like it or not, he just finds a way. I mean, he kind of goes under the radar and he just finds a way. It's 15-all here. 15-all here. But yeah, back in the day, I'll be honest, that's a crazy rainbow, by the way. They're showing right over the stadium. That's a beautiful shot. It's a huge rainbow. You can see like almost the entire thing. It's over the stadium. But back in the day, I was a huge fan of Raonic. I really enjoyed him as a player, which is kind of strange, I think, for somebody who's such a big server. But I really enjoyed his game. I liked the motion that he had on the serve. I liked his personality, his mentality. Thought he was a great competitor. Really liked his forehand, his serve. I was really high on Raonic. I thought at his best, he had a really high peak level. He could really compete with some of the best players in the world very consistently. And he had a really great winning percentage too, 68% win percentage. He just kept getting injured when he kept improving throughout his whole career on a lot of stuff, but he kept getting injured. So I'm high on Raonic. I'd love to see him win something on his comeback. Same with Nishikori, who kind of come from the same generation of players. Yeah, it's 2-1 here. Tiafoe holds. Tiafoe holds at 2-1. It's good for Tiafoe that he was able to grab that first set. But yeah, what a crazy way it ended off. What a crazy way that it ended off. Yeah, we're an hour and 15 minutes into this one. Like I mentioned earlier, in his first couple of tournaments that Raonic played, he beat Denis Novak at Wimbledon, and then he lost to Tommy Paul. In his very first tournament back, he beat Kecmanovic in straight sets, 6-3, 6-4, and then he lost to Jordan Thompson, who's playing well on the grass courts. Made final in where was it? He made the final, I believe, in the Netherlands. He made the final. Did Jordan Thompson. So he's lost to a few good players in his comeback so far. And yeah, Tiafoe, last few events, slightly disappointing results, but he's run into some very good players. Dimitrov, Dan Evans. Tiafoe won a title in Stuttgart on the grass same week as Tiafoe came back. As Raonic came back for his first event. Same week, Tiafoe won Stuttgart in a crazy tiebreaker to end it off. Tiafoe's the king of crazy tiebreakers. Tiafoe just finds a way. One way or another, he finds a way. Forehand return from Tiafoe into the net. 15 love. 15 love here. 30 love here for Raonic. 30 love. But even back in the day, I mean, Raonic was quite the underachiever. Raonic never won a Masters tournament. He made it to 4 different Masters finals. Actually, the exact same thing with Nishikori, who, like I said, is from his same generation of players. Both of them made it to exactly 4 Masters finals, and neither of them won a Masters event. Raonic only won ever one tournament above 250 level, so he's a bit of an underachiever, or at least that's what his achievements have been. It's good to see him back playing because I feel like he's somebody who's not done yet on the tennis court. He has more to say. He has more to do. Didn't achieve as much as he could have, in my opinion, during his career. It's a drop shot on the net from Tiafoe, 2-2. Drop shot on the net from Tiafoe, 2-2. Tiafoe, obviously, loads of time left to see 24, 25. Pretty young player. 25 now. Yeah, Tiafoe with loads of time. Raonic still not Raonic is still not that much in the caliber of a very much older player for tennis. He's still only 32 years old. He's got time to prove himself. I mean, Djokovic is number 2 in the world. He's like 36. He's 36 years old, so I don't know. By the way, on the other courts, it's Tommy Paul versus Schwartzman. Tommy Paul won the first set 6-3 over Schwartzman, and Kecmanovic and Christian Garin are 5-5 in the first set. Love here for Tiafoe. Good serve from Tiafoe, 30-15. Forehand from Tiafoe into the forehand of Raonic, backhand Tiafoe into the backhand slice of Raonic, backhand Tiafoe. Slice, it's a slice battle. It's a slice into the net, though, from Raonic, 40-15. Serve, that's a huge forehand return from Milos. Out of nowhere, 40-30. The crowd loves it. Something had to happen because it was getting a little bit stale. Huge forehand return, give the crowd something to cheer about. 2-all, 40-30. Serve, forehand from Tiafoe, inside out, backhand slice of Raonic. That's a great one. Cross court, 40-15 to deuce. Raonic giving himself a chance. Raonic is giving himself a chance. We're at deuce. We're at deuce here. Tiafoe, I haven't absolutely loved what Tiafoe has shown so far in this match, to be honest with you. His first serve percentage has been low. He's given Raonic too much room to play. Tiafoe's given Raonic a little bit too much room to play. I don't know if it's a thing of underestimating him or what, but he's given him a little bit too much room to play on that forehand. He's not hitting angles to that backhand as much as he should. Backhand returns, hits the tape, goes over. It's a forehand from Raonic, goes long, though. It's advantage Tiafoe. I mean, Tiafoe's playing well, but Tiafoe isn't playing at a top 10 level at the moment, in my opinion. Tiafoe during that first set was only making like 50% first serves in. That's not going to cut it. And giving Raonic a lot of chances. He served for the set and got broken at love to Raonic. So Tiafoe can pick it up a little bit for sure if he wants to have a great chance in this tournament, especially going into New York where he has to defend points. But yeah, 3-2. 3-2. Yeah, U.S. Open around the corner, Cincinnati, Canada. You got Canada starting up, the 1,000 tournaments. I'm super excited. Alcaraz always so fun to watch at U.S. Open. Everybody else, Djokovic, Medvedev. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun time. I mean, U.S. Open's gonna be fun. I think Cincinnati's gonna be fantastic too. Tiafoe, Yeah, let's see. Let's see what Tiafoe can do. Thanks for joining in, Sarah, too. Tiafoe doing well. Tiafoe did great to escape that first set. Listen, Tiafoe had such a good on set point to win the set that, like, I feel like I'm kind of fine with him winning that set. Like, even if it turns out about the rules, I'm like, listen, the fact that he even did that shot, like, is so crazy. That was an insane shot on an insane point. But yeah, I don't know what the rule is there, but I guess the umpire knows it better than me. But yeah, anyway, 3-2 here for Big Foe. That was a crazy point. Crazy way to end that set. 3-2. By the way, a bit of an update on the women's scores as well in Canada. Jessica Paolini beat Vekic, which is a great win because Vekic has been playing great this year. But listen, Paolini has been playing great all year. I really think that she's kind of rising up a bit. Sersteia won, Bencic won, Azarenka beat Magda Linette, destroyed her 6-3, 6-0. Pliskova won in 3 sets over Zhu. That's a classic Carolina Pliskova. Wins in 3 topsy-turvy sets. And then at the moment, Madsen Keys is up on Venus, 6-2, 5-3. Kyle Nina is losing to Sloane Stevens, who's serving for the first set with a set point. And it's Brady who won the first set over Ostapenko, but in classic Ostapenko fashion, it's Ostapenko who's up 3-0. Venus is about to lose. Yeah, sucks for Venus. It was always going to be tough against Maddie Keys, who Keys is playing phenomenal. Madsen Keys just ran into Coco Gauff last week, who played absolutely unbelievable, hitting that forehand so good. So yeah, shout out Venus. It's good to see Venus playing in any fashion, but she's playing good tennis still. But yeah, she's losing right now to Keys. Big serve out wise, too good from Raonic. But yeah, don't forget to sub, guys. We'll be here for the rest of the Canadian Open. So make sure to stick around for that. We got a lot of stuff coming up. 15 all here. Raonic with the second serve. Back in from Tiafoe. Just missed the sideline, 30-15. Tiafoe really hasn't really brought his best level at all. Tiafoe has not brought his best level at all. I mean, I'd venture out to say that this match has been kind of played by like a top, I don't know, 30 to top 50 level from both guys. I mean, I know that sounds harsh, but Tiafoe was not making a lot of first serves in that set. He wasn't even particularly clutch. At moments, he was clutch at the very end, but I don't know. Just how I'm personally seeing this match, I've been a little bit. Tiafoe's done well to get the lead and to get that first set. Crazy last point too, but he could play better. That's another return into the net. But still, I mean, Raonic has done well to hang with Tiafoe, and but yeah, Tiafoe definitely should try to raise his level as the week goes on if he wants to go deep. Serve out wide is an ace. 3-3. 3-3 here. Hour and 27 minutes in. 23 minutes into set number 2. So forehand from Raonic into the net. 15 love. 15 love for Tiafoe. We're just cruising on serve so far. We are just cruising on serve so far in this set. Nothing crazy like that first set. That first set was so weird and so like topsy-turvy. Nothing like that in the set so far. 30 love. 30 love. Serve coming here from Tiafoe. It's a serve into the forehand of Milos, forehand of Francis into the net, 30-15. There's a couple of times that Francis was ahead in his service games, and then Milos was able to come back anyway. I mean, listen, Francis is a hard worker. Francis will know that he'll need to improve on kind of a lot of elements of how he's played in this match so far. I mean, it's not been bad necessarily, but it's not the level Francis has been showing. It's not the level he wants to be playing at. It's a backhand out of the line. That's a good shot, though. It's a good shot from Francis. Francis with a big come on. That's better from Francis. Better from Francis, 40-15. 40-15 here. By the way, Key's about to serve for the match at 5-4 against Venus. Stevens, Kalinina broke back against Stevens, so they're back on serve. A few of the things going on the women's side in Canada, 4-3. Yeah, Francis clearly frustrated. Francis knows he should be playing better. He just kind of, I don't know. He's clearly frustrated even though he's winning. 4-3. 4-3 here. Hour and 29 minutes in. Yeah, Canada should be interesting. Let me check out daily schedule for Canada. Who's playing tomorrow? Kind of curious. Should be out by now. Senego versus Murray starts off the day. That should be good. Zverev, Greekspor. Fa, Purcell, Lehechka, Rude. Those are some good ones. Lehechka could do something against Rude. I don't know. Rude played really well here last year, though, to be honest. Korda, Echeverry, Humbert, Jari. That's a good match. I'd like to see that. I'll definitely join into some of that. Demonor, Nori is great, too. Hey, what's up, Sean? Hey, Anthony, how did Sinner get Berrettini in the first round? Yeah, so I don't think Berrettini is seeded. I think that's how that happened. I don't think Berrettini is seeded. I can check here real quick. Go. I can check here real quick, but I'm pretty sure Berrettini is not seeded. I can check that real quick just to make sure. See what Raonic got. Yep, Raonic's name here. Yeah, Berrettini was not seeded, so that's why Sinner got him. Yeah, so Sinner got a bye as a top 8 seed. He got a bye into the second round. He's 7th seed. But yeah, Berrettini's not seeded whatsoever, so he had to play Barrera in the first round, and now he's up against Raonic. So that's why that happened like that. But yeah, that should be interesting. Berrettini was tough today. Berrettini played tough, so that's going to be tough for Raonic. I'm hoping Raonic can do well. I watched Raonic play with Demonor at doubles today. They played doubles today, which was fun. 4-3 here. 4-3. But yeah, I like both those guys. I got to see Demonor at the Atlanta Open. I'd love to see Raonic in person at some point as well. Backhand into the forehand of Raonic. Inside outs. Too good. Too good from Raonic. 15 love. 15 love. Hey, Sean. Yep. We got Sean in the house. We got Dutchy. We got Max. We got Sarah. What's up, Sarah? We got Diego. We got Duzon. Cosmo. What's up, guys? Glad to have you all. Yeah, what's up, Sean? Glad to have you, Dutchy, in the chat as well. 15 love. 15 love. We had an exciting first set. I mean, for a long time, it looked like Tiafoe was pretty much cruising through it, but it really got interesting after that 5-4 game, particularly the end of the tiebreaker. 15 all. By the way, Raonic, an obscene, he's won 30 of 33 first serve points. That's ridiculous. 30 of 33 on first serve. Tiafoe, not bad either, but that's ridiculous. That's like 90%. It's a good serve from Raonic, 30-15. Solid serving from Milos, 30-15. But yeah, don't forget to like the video if you're enjoying it. We'll be here for the rest of this match. And the rest of Canada, too. So stick around for that as well. $30-15 here. It's forehand return down the middle. Forehand from Raonic. Inside out. It's too good. 40-15. 40-15. 40-15 here. We're getting to kind of the end of the second set. This is the part of the set where it got interesting in the first set. I mean, the first set, it was interesting. Raonic got broken the first game, but it really looked like I don't know, like Tiafoe is gonna run away with it. But this is what let's see what Raonic can do. We're at 4-4. We're at 4-4. Hour and 33 minutes into this one. Late night in Canada. We know who the crowd is behind. Kecmanovic got the first set over Garin, by the way, and Schwartzman with a break point against Tommy Paul. I like both those guys. Schwartzman and Paul are two of the most talented players on the tour, in my opinion. So backhand goes wide, especially Schwartzman. Schwartzman's crazy. Raonic will win. Second set, Ramesh. Okay. We got. I like your Ramesh. Let's see if Milos can do it. I'm rooting for Milos to take the set. I want to see it go 3 sets. It's 15 love here. Serve out wide goes long. And the second serve. Second serve coming. Backhand from Tiafoe. Forehand from Raonic goes short in the court. That's a drop shot. Raonic is there. The speed. Tiafoe goes right back at Raonic. Tiafoe didn't. Raonic is smiling. We're at 15-all. Raonic is smiling because, listen, Tiafoe had that point 1. Tiafoe had the hole down the line, and for whatever reason, he decided to be cute with it and, and just hit it the other way. Raonic is there. He's there. That was a terrible choice from Tiafoe in the moment. Not a smart shot, 15-all. Let's see if that costs him. That would be a ridiculous shot to cost him, but terrible first serve into the middle of the net from Tiafoe. 15-all. Let's see what he can do on the second serve. It's a forehand goes long from Raonic on the return. 30-15. Does Raunic's game look the same as before the time off? Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's looking very good. I mean, he needs to just work on the little things, the kind of, what do you call it, the little kinks. But yeah, I'm not saying anything too big. I mean, the movement is looking a little bit hindered. I mean, and he's making a few too many errors off the forehand. He's not quite as consistent. And he's making a few more strange errors like he wasn't beforehand. But it's only small stuff like that. I mean, there's not anything that massive that I see. He's really played a high level ever since he's come back, which is great to see. And no reason he shouldn't be. I mean, he's only 32 years old. He's got time. I mean, before Raonic and Nishikori were, by the way, I was anticipating Raonic coming back for a long time before he decided to. I was waiting for him to come back. I was like, he's not done yet. He likes tennis too much. He said before he wants to come back. I was expecting him to come back, and I don't know. I'm kind of hoping he doesn't just come back, but he also does something. That shot was going way out. Okay, hits tape, goes back on his side this time. Does it from Raonic. 5-4. 5-4. Tiafoe's 1 game away from taking this, but it's on Raonic's serve. But 5-4. It's good for Tiafoe that he served first in the set, though. Let's get that serve first in the set. But yeah, good to have you, Sean, Ramesh, Dutchy, Maxen, Dusan, Diego. Thank y'all for joining in. And yeah, we'll be here for the rest of Canada. We're at 5-4. Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, Raonic is the highest ranked Canadian to ever reach a Wimbledon final. He's the highest, he's the only Canadian to reach the Wimbledon final. He's the highest ranked Canadian in the history of the rankings as well. And he got to world number 3 in the world. He got to number 3 in the world at the end of 2016. At the end of 2016, listen, the end of 2016 was crazy. If y'all weren't following tennis at the end of 2016, it got absolutely nuts. Murray won Wimbledon, which was not a common thing for somebody outside the big 3 to even be winning any of the first 3 majors of the year. I mean, Del Potro won U.S. Open, Cilic won U.S. Open. U.S. Open's always been a little bit weirder with this insane dominance that those 3 guys had. But Murray won Wimbledon, Wawrinka won the U.S. Open, And then at the end of the year, Djokovic had the biggest gap from world number 1 to world number 2. But Andy Murray just raised it to another level on clay, on hard courts, on grass courts. And I don't know. I'll tell you why I bring that up in a second. And part of why I bring that up is one of the most underrated matches of all time, in my opinion. I'll tell you what I mean. 5-4, Raonic serving. Serve out wide, forehand, Tiafoe goes long, 15-love. Raonic still holding steady on serve. But, okay, what am I talking about? So, okay, at the end of 2016, Murray and Djokovic at the ATP finals were, so close. Who else was in the semifinals? Raonic and Nishikori. It was Raonic, Nishikori, Murray, and Djokovic. The reason I remember this is because I was looking at it earlier today, preparing for this match. For whatever reason, I decided to look at it. But, 30 love. But anyway, okay, so also it's one of my favorite matches of all time. Semifinals, Djokovic destroys Nishikori. 6-1, 6-1. Djokovic destroys Nishikori. And Djokovic and Nishikori, their games always remind me of each other a little bit. Nishikori, a very great, flashy player as well. But in the other semifinal, by the way, another ace from Raonic, 40 love. But okay, Murray against Raonic is the other semifinal. Murray, if he wins the whole tournament, he gets to world number 1 for the first time in his career, which is far more than deserved. A lot of people thought he'd never even make it to world number 1, in which case he'd be by far the best player to never be world number 1. I guess Guillermo Milos is up there as well. But anyway, so the point is, Murray and Raonic play a match that goes to a third set tiebreaker, 11-9 in the third set. Raonic holds for 5-5. They play a 3-hour and 38-minute match. Raonic has a match point against Murray in that match. The best tennis I've ever seen Raonic play. Such a complete game at the time. He was hitting crazy forehands, incredible on serve. He was coming to net a lot. He was just doing so many things. Just a great player, a great competitor. By the way, I'm not sure why the scoreboard says a medical timeout, but that's not the case. Something's wrong with the scoreboard. We're at 5-5. There's no medical timeout as far as I'm concerned. I'm watching it right here. We're at 5-5 here. I don't know why it says MTO. But anyway, they play a match. Murray saves a match point to beat Raonic. But anyway, because Raonic reached the ATP finals, semifinal, because he reached the Wimbledon final, after that tournament, he made it to number 3 in the world. But that's a match that I think is so underrated in that semifinal. And then after that, Murray and Djokovic. Murray got to world number 1 because he beat Djokovic in the final there of the ATP finals. Another forehand in the net from Tiafoe. This is not a good performance from Tiafoe. We're at left 15. But yeah, that match is so underrated. If you get a chance to look up highlights of that match, that's the best I've ever seen Raonic play. And that's when he got to world number 3 in the world. And then Murray saved match point. And if he didn't save match point, then we may have never seen a Murray world number 1. That could have been a possibility. Left 15 here. Raonic on the return. Tiafoe serving. Second serve. Tiafoe can't buy a first serve today. Can't buy one. Forehand inside out. Backhand Tiafoe into the forehand of Raonic. Just clears the net. It's a good forehand from Raonic down the middle. Backhand slice into the ad side. Cross court into the forehand. Cross court of Raonic. 15-all. 15-all here with Tiafoe. 15-all here with Francis. But yeah, that's one of the most more underrated matches in my opinion. There are a couple matches that happened that year that I think are super underrated. Also, by the way, both guys, listen, Raonic is down a set, but they both won exactly 69 points. They both won the exact same number of points. 15-all here. 15-all here. They both won the exact same number of points. That's how close this match has been. And it feels like that too. It really does. Backhand into the backhand of Tiafoe. Cross. Tiafoe rushes to net. It's a backhand volley. Just good enough. Raonic gets a racket on it, but it goes just wide. Tiafoe was like, wait, he almost got it? 30-15. 30-15. Yeah, another super underrated match that year. Murray Del Potro at Davis Cup. That one's super underrated. The 1 year Argentina managed to win Davis Cup. Murray and Del Potro played in the final there. It went 5 sets. I watched a lot of that match. I found a way to stream that match. That is one of the best matches I've ever seen in my life. Del Potro got the revenge on Murray in that match. I don't know if any of y'all seen that, but that one's amazing. But yeah, that one and also Murray versus Raonic at the ATP finals that year. Those are two of the best matches I've seen. Period. Murray Raonic was crazy. If Raonic had won that match and got that match point, then Murray may have never been world number one. That is an alternate reality. It's 40-15 here for Tiafoe. 40-15 here for Tiafoe on his serve. We're an hour and 43 minutes into this one after a very long first set. About half of the first set was the breaker that went 14-12, 20-minute long tiebreaker. Another 20 minutes discussing the end of that breaker, the last point. It's a great forehand from Raonic, cross court. We're at 40-30 for Tiafoe. We're at 40-30 for Tiafoe. Raonic still holding on. That's good to see from Raonic. She's still fighting in a lot of these Tiafoe service games. Really encouraged by what I've seen from Raonic. Not as encouraged from what I've seen from Tiafoe. Tiafoe's not playing top 10 today. He's just not making enough for serves, and he's giving Raonic a ton of chances. Let's see if Tiafoe can pick it up. I still like Tiafoe's game a lot, and I like how he's been playing, but he needs to pick it up from how he has in this match. That's an ace down the line. Raonic-esque ace down the line from Tiafoe. We're at 6-5. We're at 6-5 for Francis. Francis trying to get it done here, but he still clutches it out in the first set tiebreaker, as Tiafoe does. Both players on the court are tiebreaker kings. We'll see if we get another tiebreaker in the second set. We are getting a medical Tiafoe's. I don't know if it's a medical timeout, but he has the physician is out for him. I think he's feeling out his lower back at the moment. So Raonic is getting something. Has the trainer out for him. Full crowd there for this night session. Not surprised at all. 5-6. Raonic to serve once this finishes up. All right, yeah, there's going to be a medical timeout here for Raonic. Going to be a medical timeout here for Raonic. Raonic is going to be laying on his back. I think he's going to have his back worked out a bit. Medical timeout here for Milos. All right, while this medical timeout happens, guys, I got a question for y'all in the chat, and I'll give you my answer as well. If y'all are in the chat, what is the best memory that you have of Raonic or Nishikori before their comebacks? I'm going to combine the two for a bit because I always combine them in my head. They're both of the same generation. They both got screwed over by the big four. What are your best memories of Raonic Nishikori in matches before they came back? Let me know if you have an answer for that question. Let me know if you have an answer for that question. I'll think about mine as well. One of mine is the match that I mentioned just a bit ago, Murray-Raonic at the ATP Finals. They played an amazing semifinal where Raonic held a match point in the third set tiebreaker, and that was a phenomenal match. That's one of them. Also, obviously, Raonic in the Wimbledon final was fun to watch against Murray. There's been a lot of good moments. Been a lot of good moments. There's also a match where Raonic hit like 40 aces early in his career. I think it was against Andy Roddick or something early in his career. I can't remember the exact tournament, but it was this incredible match that Raonic played. That's one of them. And then Nishikori, I can't remember the exact match, but I think there was a match where he played Nadal at the Australian Open. If I'm remembering that right, then that match was phenomenal to watch. Trying to see if I have that right. Yeah, 2014 Nishikori Nadal play at the Australian Open. I loved watching that match. Obviously, also Nishikori beat Nadal at the Olympics and got a bronze medal. But yeah, Nishikori's been fun to watch for a long time. Nishikori, he's a fun shot maker too. He's always fun to watch. Not the best answer before Milos' comeback. I remember when he would wear the arm sleeves. That's fine. Whatever memories you got, you can just name it anything out from how you remember them. But yeah, kind of two underachievers because of the kind of the big three era. And there's so many players over the years that really got screwed over because of that era. By the way, Tiafoe still working out his body too on his bench. Kind of from an awkward angle. He's working out his body, trying to stay fresh as well. It's been a bit of a long match so far, hour and 46 minutes. Raonic still getting a medical timeout. He's having his legs felt out. Looks painful. I think the medic is here to help the player not break their legs. But yeah, I mean, Raonic and Nishikori, there's so many players that got screwed over by the big three dominance. I mean, Ferrer, Del Potro, Beritic, Songa. I mean, there's so many. Soderling, Cilic, Nishikori, Raonic. I mean, you can just keep the list going on and on. I mean, Murray, Wawrinka. I mean, Murray got screwed over by the big three more than anybody else. I mean, I do like the term big four for the era of tennis that was 2007 to 2016, because it would just be a shame not to include Murray. If you watch that era, there was no way of watching that era. So many finals that Murray contested in, so many semifinals against them, how dominant he was too, with a crazy win percentage. Like, I watched that era live, and I know looking back at the stats now, seeing how Murray is now, it's hard to think about it. But at that time, it was like, yeah, Murray was there. I mean, he's not as good as them, probably not even close, but it really was the era of the big four where they were all there just playing the most crazy tennis against each other. And it really felt like the era of the four of them. Big four was the right term for those years, for sure. I think big three is a great term too, but they should both be terms. Big three is a different kind of dominance, and big four is a dominance well worth talking about as well. Raonic here to serve. Backhand from Tiafoe into cross court into the backhand of Raonic, goes wide, 3 points away. Tiafoe's 3 points away. Love 15. Tiafoe's already had a couple of match points that Raonic. Sorry. No, he has not. That's a mistake by me. He had set points in the first set. He hasn't had a match point yet. It's 3 points away. No match points. Yeah, this match has been so long. I feel like he has had match points. 3 points away from 3 points away from the match now. That's Raonic to serve. Block return for the forehand. Raonic runs around a backhand. Raonic forehand in the net. 2 points away. Love 30. We're at love 30 here. First set was crazy. The second set has been close, but it hasn't been quite as crazy. Let's see what happens. There's always time for a little bit of a twist. It is Raonic to serve. Let's see if he can clutch up and find it back here. Takes a deep breath before coming to serve here. Anyway, hats off Raonic because he played a good match. He got close in that first set. Down the middle, Raonic forehand. That's a good shot, cross court. That's that powerful forehand. Don't question the pace that Raonic can get on his shots. 15-30. I wanted another tiebreaker in the second set. We at least deserve another breaker, right? I mean, at least if Tiafoe wins it too. I mean, we deserve another breaker. This feels a bit like cutting it off short. I think so. We deserve another breaker. 15-30. Serve into the net. Second serve coming here. It's a second serve coming here from Milos. Both guys haven't been making a lot of first serves. Not at all. Tiafoe need to do well on serve, and he hasn't really, but he's found a way anyway. Both guys doing really well in winning the points that they are making on first serve, though. Tiafoe doing well in winning second serve points, though, to be fair. If you look at the stats. Backhand cross-court into the backhand slice of Milos. Forehand cross-court. Raonic gets it with a forehand. That's a good shot into the net. That's what happens when you get one more shot back. Tiafoe thought he had the point one. Raonic miraculously slaps the forehand back in play. Remember that point if what we think is going to happen doesn't happen. We're at 30 all. Tiafoe's still 2 points away, but that miraculous forehand that Raonic just slapped back into play. I mean, listen, it wasn't the most amazing forehand anyway, but he did enough. I didn't think he was getting there. Hey, what's up, Enigma? Good to have you in the chat. What's up? Glad to have you in here. It's second set here with Raonic taking on Tiafoe. 30 all here. Raonic with the second serve. Let. Another serve coming. Another serve coming here. Yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the stream. I'll be here for the rest of it, whether it's 2 points or whether it's a lot more than that. And don't forget to sub Quality Shot Tennis. We'll be here for the rest of Canada. We got a lot of stuff coming up. So stick around. Um, Raonic, back in. Tiafoe's a great player, but he's let just a few too many things slide. He's hit a few too many errors in this match so far. We're at 40-30 for Raonic. He clutched up in that first set tiebreaker as he does, but listen, he's let Raonic back in a few too many times. It's 40-30 here. First serve is out there. Raonic missing too many first serves. Second serve. Raonic needs that first serve, and it's deserted him. If he was making first serves, listen, this could have already been Raonic winning the first set and serving for the set or something. Like, he's just not making first serves. It's another shot into the net. 3 short points in a row because Tiafoe misses the shot into the net. Raonic escapes left 30. We got a tiebreaker here. You already know what it is. Let me know who do you think's winning the set and what's going to be the score in the breaker. Who's win this set, and what do you think is going to be the score in the breaker? Raonic is no joke, just had some time off. I totally agree, Enigma. To me, Raonic, I have a bit of a hot take with Raonic. I think he's one of the more underrated, more bigger underachievers that never got a slam. He never even won a Masters event. So I really think he has a great forehand. He has a great mentality, hard worker. He's kept improving, just kept getting injured. That's a great drop shot from Tiafoe, 1-0. Yeah, Raonic is no joke. Milos is no joke, and I hope people don't go away from Raonic's career thinking he's only a server or anything, because you can't just only have a serve and have won 68% of your ATP level matches. That's not something that happens. Route 1-0 here. That's an elite level win percentage from Raonic. 1-0 here for Tiafoe. Going Raonic with a serve, 8-6. Okay, we'll see if he can. I'd be super pumped if that happens. Be super pumped if that happens. I got hyped when Tiafoe won the first set in the fashion he did. I'll get even more hyped. Raonic pulls that off because I want to see a third set. I want to see a third set. We're an hour and 55 minutes into this one. Raonic serving. Milos serving. Serve down the middle of the court. Forehand Tiafoe. It's not a great shot. It's a backhand slice. Tiafoe on the defense. Forehand of Raonic. It hits the tape, but it goes wide. 0-2. Look, Raonic has 5 service points of Tiafoe to potentially get another mini break back, but that's not good. It's not good for Raonic. 0-2. And that's assuming that that's the only mini break Tiafoe gets. 0-2. Raonic needs to clutch up here in front of the home crowd. 0-2. 0-2. Serve down the lines. Too good. 2-1. Uh-oh, Enigma. Yeah, not good for Raonic. Tiafoe hasn't been amazing on serve, though. I mean, this has been a really tight match. Tiafoe probably just slightly more clutch when it's really, really mattered. But I don't know. It's Tiafoe. He's not been the strongest on serve, so if Raonic can keep holding, he might get a chance on one of these points, but we'll see. It's not good for Raonic, though. Momentum with Tiafoe. Venus lost. Yeah, sucks, Max. Venus is out. I'll check the scores over there, too, in a bit. It's a good serve. Good back in return, though. It's a drop shot. Goes wide. Like I said, Raonic could get a chance. 3-2. Tiafoe got to be super frustrated. He's at 3-2. Tiafoe kind of just hits away a ball. Not at the crowd or anything. Like, not to the crowd, but Tiafoe's frustrated, but I don't blame him at all. Tiafoe can play way better than this. 2-3. 2-3 here for Raonic. I mean, Tiafoe's been playing amazing all year, but this is one of the worst performances I've seen from him. In terms of being clutch, too. He clutched out that first set at the end of it, but he had chances before that, too. Raonic is getting chances, and he might have to take advantage here. Even to win a set against Tiafoe would be huge for him on the comeback. So good first serve out wide. Tiafoe was guessing forehand. Raonic went to the backhand. We're at 3-3. We're at 3-3. Let's go Milos. We want to see a set. Enigma 186. Let me know what you think is going to be the score. It's 3-3 here. Schwartzman took the second set against Tommy Paul, by the way. That's probably a good one, too. That's got to be a good one, too. It's going to be a good one, too. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying it. It's Anthony Hirsch here on commentary. If you want to sub to my channel, it's Tennis Commentary Booth with Anthony Hirsch. I'm Commentary Booth on Twitter, Tennis Commentary Booth on Instagram, and Tennis Commentary Booth with Anthony Hirsch on YouTube. And I'll be here for a lot more matches, so stick around. But yeah, I think we're going to get a lot more people join the stream as we get to the end of the second set breaker. I hope we do. I hope we do. And let's see what Raonic can do. Tiafoe's giving him some chances. Tiafoe gets it back in. What's up, Ashley? Good to have you in the chat as well. Tiafoe with the forehand long, wrap 4-3. Wrap 4-3. What's up, Ashley? Good to have you. What's up, Enigma? Like the commentary, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, my channel, Tennis Commentary Booth with Anthony Hirsch. I'll be posting more. I keep promising that. I'm gonna try to post more on there. I've been busy, but I'll try to get some stuff on there. Hey, yep. What's up, Dutchie? What's up, Ashley? Good to have you guys in here. 4-3 for Raonic in the second set breaker. Serve out wide is just long. Second serve. Tense moments here. Tense moments. It's hard to know what happens next in this match. We've already seen a few things that came pretty unexpected. Like Raonic winning 3 points in a row there. That's a forehand inside out. That's a Milos forehand. We're at 5-3. Let's go, Milos. We want to see a three-setter. We want to see a three-setter. I want to see a three-setter. I want to see this be an epic. I want to see Milos on the comeback do something from the Canadian crowd. Milos posted a video on Instagram, very emotional video, saying, listen, I didn't pick up a racket for 14 months. And he said, I'm so happy to be back here in Canada and from the home crowd. Be back here in Toronto. He's back. Raonic is back. He really is. The forehand out from Tiafoe. 6-3 Raonic serving. If you thought we were done here, we're not done here if Raonic has something to say about it. Milos Raonic is back. Milos Raonic is back. Dutchie, let's go Milos, yeah. Let's go Milos. Milos is back. Raonic went away for a bit, but he's back now, 6-3. I was very encouraged by the way he played in his first match back against Kecmanovic a month ago. And he's only played good tennis in his comeback. This is only his third event. But shout out Milos, 6-3. He's going to try to serve this out. Go 3 sets. It's been 2 breakers. Can he serve it out? First serve into the middle of the net. Second serve. Let's see if he can. Tiafoe is good at fighting. He can still come back, to be honest. But it's going to be tough against Raonic. Kick serve into the backhand of Tiafoe on the return forehand from Milos. Inside in. Lob way up high from Tiafoe. Somehow gets it. Wow. But it's going to be an easy smash winner from Tiafoe. Back to the forehand of Francis. Smash. Forehand pass from Tiafoe. What? Yo. How did Milos not win that point? Milos has one more. Lob way up high. Goes like 3 feet in front of the net. Milos goes way easy on the smash. Tiafoe does a pancake shot. Backhand smash from Raonic, and Francis is there with a forehand winner for the passing shot. No way. 6-4. Serve out wide. Francis can't get with the winner, though. Third set. We're going 3 sets. We got third set here. Yeah, Canadian crowd is happy about it. We're going 3 sets. Bigfo stole that point big time. He stole that point like the set point of the first set, too. An amazing get. And then he got that point, but he couldn't get the second one. Raonic too strong on the serve. Y'all come back for the third set. I'm going to be here for the third set. And don't forget to sub as well. Make sure you like the video if you're enjoying it. We're at 19 likes. Hopefully we can get to 20 likes by the end of the stream. So one more like would be cool. But hopefully you guys are enjoying it. Raonic gets the second set. Listen, this is Raonic's third match back. Sorry, third event back, not his third match. This is his third event back. He's 545th in the world just because he hasn't played that many matches, but he's playing a high level. Tiafoe's given him a couple of chances, and he's taken the chances that he's got. Here we go. We got the set 2 stats. They're shown on the screen. 18 winners for Raonic, only 6 for Tiafoe in that set. That's the big stat. Not a lot of winners from Tiafoe. 16 errors, 15 errors for Tiafoe. So 6 winners for Tiafoe, 15 errors. That's not good at all. 18 winners, 16 errors for Raonic. That's much better. So that's really the story of that set. Raonic gets it done. Y'all better be here for a third set. It's going to get fun. I was kind of thinking Tiafoe's going to finish it off in straight sets. Yes, let's go Canada. Yeah, let's go Canada. Canadian tennis. Let's go Raonic. Yeah, and that grass tournament did well for his first match back. I was really impressed with his level. I was like, wow, it's like he never left. A very high level, high tier tennis. So Raonic still, he can defeat Tiafoe. He definitely can, Raonic. I think so. Let's see what Tiafoe's got. I've been saying it. Tiafoe's not brought his best tennis, not even his most clutch tennis. He needs to, he's given Raonic a few too many chances. Not going anywhere. We have ourselves a match. You know it, Enigma. You know it, Enigma. We're here for the third set. Raonic's trying to get it done against Tiafoe from the Canadian crowd. Listen, I said it before. The crowd's going to cheer for Tiafoe almost all throughout this North American swing. The crowd is all for Raonic in this match. Yeah, Anthony here for QualityShot. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Hey, we got there. We got to 20 likes. Appreciate y'all. Mainly hope you guys are enjoying it. That's the main thing. It's the main thing. We got third set. Both first two sets were breakers. Are we going to see a third set breaker in Canada to finish it off? Serve out wide. Francis is just purely guessing on the Raonic serve now. That's not a good sign. Raonic has found the rhythm on the serve. That's what's crazy about it. Raonic really wasn't doing that well on serve in the first set and a half, but he still was holding really tough against Tiafoe. I mean, he was serving well, obviously, but not really for his standards. Yeah, he's found his serve rhythm now, and that's not a good sign for Tiafoe. Raonic kicks her. It's a double fault, though. 15-all. Kind of jinxed Raonic there. Double fault. 2 hours and 5 minutes into this contest. 2 hours and 5 minutes into this contest. Tiafoe needs to make sure he gets him more to the back end of Raonic. He's really letting a few too many things from Raonic slide. He needs to take any chances that he's given as well to really take advantage of the points. He needs to step in, be more aggressive. Raonic is dictating. Like I said, he only hit 6 winners in that second set. He really needs to go for more shots, go for more winners, hit to the back end, and he needs to take his chances, Tiafoe. Because Raonic is really playing a high level. He can't just let Raonic do what Raonic has been doing. Tiafoe's got to get it to that back end. He's got to take his chances. 6 winners in the second set is not going to do it. Backhand slice to the forehand of Tiafoe. That's a solid pass. It wasn't a great approach. 30-all. 30-all here. Raonic doesn't want to go down early either. That's for sure. $30-all here. Raonic serving. Serve down the line, backhand Tiafoe on the return to the backhand slice of Milos. Backhand from Tiafoe into the forehand of Milos. That's long, though. Kind of a danger moment for Milos. 30-40. Look, if Milos gets broken here, I feel like Tiafoe might just run away with that break. Like, there have only been 2 break points total in this match. One for Raonic and one for Tiafoe. They both won their break points that they've got. That's a big serve out wide. That's a Milos Raonic serve. Listen, Raonic is clutch. If you doubted Milos, better be the last time you doubted Milos. Not to be too much, whatever. Like, Milos Raonic is the best player of all time, actually. He's not just a server. I don't want to sound like that, but I'm just saying Milos is clutch. So I wouldn't count Milos out. He brings the serve under stressful moments. On the comeback, whatever. He's playing a high level. Forehand into the forehand of Milos. Backhand. Tiafoe scrambling. It's in the net, though. Advantage. Let's see if Tiafoe can raise up his level. Francis can raise up his level at any moment. But we're at advantage for Raonic. Foe better up his game if Milos is finding a serve. Yeah, couldn't say better, Enigma. Milos be stressing me out. LOL. Me too, Ashley. Me too. Let's see what Milos has. Serve into the forehand of Tiafoe and forehand of Raonic and forehand of Tiafoe into the backhand of Raonic is in the net. That's a bad error from Raonic. Back at deuce, though. Back at deuce. Better than if he did it at 30-40. Back at deuce. It's a good match. This is a good match so far. I was kind of worried for parts of this match, but it's turned out to be a really good one. When Tiafoe was up a break, serving up 5-4 in the first set, I really thought Tiafoe looked like he was going to run away with it. And then at the end of the second set, Tiafoe was up love 30 on the 5-6 game of Raonic. And I don't know. We've really got a match here, so really happy for it. We're at deuce. 2 hours and 8 minutes into this very tense contest, to be honest. Serve down the line is long. Second serve for the Canadian. That forehand from Tiafoe into the forehand, and Milos is in the net. That's another bad error because, listen, Milos had the forward momentum. He was close to the net. He had an easy shot either for a winner or at least to have a setup for a winner volley, and that was just not a good play from Raonic. We're at another break point for Tiafoe. Another break point for Tiafoe. Let's see if he can save another. He'll want a first serve. I got a bad feeling about it, though, or at least Tiafoe would call it a good feeling. Feel like Tiafoe might take it. Let's see what Raonic has. That's another serve down the line. Though. I just said never doubt Raonic. I doubted Raonic. That's another ace down the line to save break point. We're at deuce. Tiafoe just can't do anything about it, even with all the skills he possesses. He can't do anything about a guy just serving you off the court. Deuce number 3. Second serve. Kick. That's a double fault for Milos, though. It's a double fault for Milos. Milos' serve really is amazing. It's redundant. Milos' serve is crazy. Listen, if Milos plays as many matches as like Isner or Karlovic, he'd have probably at least the second most aces of anybody. I rate his serve so high. I really think it's such a consistent serve. He gets a lot of aces off of it. I don't know. It's very hard to read as well. I'm really high on Raonic's serve. It's another ace to save a break point from Raonic. That's 3 in a row. Three break points, 3 aces. Remember that if he gets out of this. Favorite player, Enigma. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so my favorite player at the moment is Jannik Sinner. Chat knows. Ashley knows in the chat. Dutchie probably as well. My favorite player is Jannik Sinner. That's my personal favorite. I really like Sinner. I always like the big hitters who have like, you have to really, I really like big hitting players in general, but I also like players that have like a lot of skill under the surface. And Sinner is one of those players. His talent is unbelievable. He's unbelievably talented. And he's just so fun to watch for me. He hits crazy shots just out of nowhere. I love his game. I like his personality too. Backhand on the defense from Tiafoe. Doesn't even run for the next shot. Advantage Raonic to get out of this game. Back in the day, though, it was Federer. Back in the day, though, it was Federer by far. Other players I really like Sampras. I really like, who else do I like? I always go blank. I really like Daniel Medvedev. On the women's side, I always really liked Radwanska, Venus, as well. Venus is always great. And then who else? I always go on a blank whenever people ask me that question. I don't know why. Taylor Fritz I like as well. JJ Wolf, Alex Molchan. Those are a few, but Jannik Sinner at the moment is my favorite, and Roger Federer he probably almost doesn't even count, but Federer was my favorite back in the day. Kick, so that's a double fault from Raonic. It's 3 aces and then a double fault, but it was on advantage for Raonic. It wasn't a break point. So we're back at deuce. Good he didn't do that on a break point. I knew that, LOL. Okay, yeah. That's it. I'd love to commentate Jannik Sinner when he wins his first major or whatever. That would be so much fun for me. I'd go crazy. I think Ashley, I think you would you probably can imagine how I'll react. It's advantage for Raonic. Anthony's an honorary Carota boy. That's so funny. Today's Fed's birthday. It is, yeah. For me, it's still the 7th, but yeah, almost everywhere around the world. Yeah, it's already Fed's birthday, which is cool. Super cool. Happy birthday to Fed, 42 years old. But yeah, Fed was different. Backhand into forehand. That's a good shot. Wrong footing, Tiafoe. Milos, 3 break points, 3 aces. He gets to 1-0. Yeah, this match a couple of times, it's just like we kind of think that Tiafoe's going to start running away with him. Milos just picks it back up. Milos is showing why he was so clutch back in the day as well. Why he had a 68% win percentage, which is so high. As you can see from my pick, Love Fed. It's hard for me to see, actually, your pick where I'm looking at it here. But, yeah, it's cool. That's cool. Fed was the best. Yeah, I always really liked Fed. I like all the big three. I really do. I really appreciate all the big three. For me, it goes Fed, then Djokovic, then Nadal, which is really strange. I like all three. I really like Novak. Fed is my favorite forever. Despite all the things that Novak caused to me as a Fed fan, I really like Novak. I had to go to therapy, but therapy really helped me out with that. The 2011 U.S. Open semifinal, 2019 Wimbledon. I really like both of them, to be honest. Forehand from Raonic. That's a good winner down the line. We're at love 15. Love 15. Tiafoe kind of moving a bit weird. Tiafoe himself is looking a little bit heavy in the legs. That's Raonic with the winner. I'll keep a call on that. Keep a look on that. It's Tiafoe with the serve here. Goes back on the side. Second serve for Tiafoe. Kick serve into the back end of Raonic. Forehand of Tiafoe. And in the net, love 30. Listen, Tiafoe, he's blinked a lot in this match. And it's really unlike Tiafoe. If this is the first match somebody watches of Tiafoe, I hope they watch another, because ever since that U.S. Open, he's really not played matches like this. But Raonic, he's has chances to take advantage. Glad we got 20 years of greatness from all three. Yeah, absolutely. Watching them play is amazing. The stats that they put on the board, just pushing each other to an unbelievable level, is really amazing. We'll never see it again. I never say stuff like that, by the way, but we'll never see an era with a dominance by three players like that. We might see a player that gets to the level of one of them. I think we will, whether it's Alcaraz or somebody else. I think we'll see a player that gets to the level of one of them, but for all three of them to play at the same time, I can objectively say I don't think we'll ever see that again. And maybe not even close. Forehand from Raonic into the backhand of Tiafoe in the net. Love 40. The crowd's going crazy. We got 3 break points for Milos Raonic. I'm loving this. I'd love if I'm able to commentate for Raonic's first massive victory of his comeback, because I was always a Raonic fan. But anyway, love commentating this one. I got major respect for Tiafoe too. He's a great player, but yeah, I'm just a Raonic fan even from back in the day. Roger's the best. He'll always be my fave. Similarly, one of a kind. Couldn't agree more, Ashley. Yeah. Serve from Tiafoe. Into the net. Second serve. Second serve here. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Yep, that's it. See what Milos has got. Backhand return down the middle. Tiafoe misses the forehand. That's the second time in this match that Raonic has been able to break at love. We got 2-0. We got 2-0. If Raonic holds his serve for the rest of the match, Raonic comes with the victory. Haha. Raonic could have the first out of nowhere. Could have saved a few match points in the seconds at breaker. We've had a few we've had a few crazy moments, but wow. Let's see what he's got. Just keep holding that serve. That's it. That's it. Sorry, maybe he didn't. I don't know. Maybe I'm mixing it up. Maybe he didn't save a match ball. I'm kind of going. I'm mixing it up. That tiebreaker didn't go long enough to save match point. Anyway, he's out of nowhere. He's just been able to get a lead here. 2-0 in this third set. 2-0 in this third set. He saved a few break points in the first game of this set. It's a double fault, though, to start off, though. Double fault to start off here. Let's see what Milos can do. But Tiafoe, never count Tiafoe out. Hey, what's up, Terry? Good to have you. Wow, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Raonic with the wild comeback here. Wild comeback. Love 15. I want to look at the stats too, because I haven't looked at them in a while. See exactly what's going down. But Tiafoe's level has really dropped. As well, it's a forehand error from Raonic. Raonic has to take a deep breath here and just take a moment, which has got to be tough. It's harder to do than to say, because you're like, you take a moment to take a breath and listen. If you just sit with yourself in your head to take a breath, you're like, oh my God, I'm playing in front of thousands of people. Canadian crowd all want me to win. I suddenly have the lead against the 10th best player in this whole on earth. It's like, that's harder to say than to do, but it's a serve out wide. Like, I can say it's super easy for me up here. It's actually the guys on the court. 15-30. I'll never forget that, by the way, as long as I commentate matches like this. Tennis is one of the hardest sports, in my opinion. I really mean that. I'm not saying it's the hardest, but I kind of think it's one of the harder ones to play, and at the highest level. At the highest level of it. And I'll never be like, yo, that was so easy. This guy's terrible. Like, all these guys are great players. 15-30. It's a double fault from Raonic. He's falling apart, though. 15-40. Raonic needs to pick it back up. He needs to make it back up quick. 2 hours and 19 minutes into this contest. You just never know what happens next. You feel like you know exactly what's going to happen next in this match. The match just goes the other way. It's kind of been one of those ones. 15-40. Serve out wide. Forehand return from Tiafoe into the net. Sport is hard enough with all the pressure, LOL. And yes, I think skill-wise, tennis and golf are really the hardest. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely, Enigma. Yeah, and for me, the hardest thing about tennis is the physical aspect, the physical and the mental aspect. It's really a tough physical sport because you have to play long matches all by yourself for 3-4 hours straight every single day, every single week. It's just tennis never stops. It's a very tough mental and physical sport. I mean, yeah, you turn on tennis for a second, you're like, oh, well, I don't really understand why this is so tough, but it's tough mentally, physically, and everything about it. Forehand cross court to the forehand of Milos. Backhand. It's in the net. Tiafoe knows it. Listen, I haven't seen Tiafoe be this unclutched in a little bit now. It's 2-0. Scoreboard looking as good for Raonic as it has in this whole match. 2-0 up on serve. Deuce. Raonic with the momentum. Tiafoe's missing shots. Raonic looks hurt, in my opinion. We'll keep an eye on that too. 2 hours and 20 minutes in. Round serve. Out wide. That's an ace for Milos. Advantage to Milos. Listen, you have to say Milos has been the better player. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say. It's been super close. Tiafoe's by far the higher ranked player. Tiafoe's 535 places above him. I want to say Tiafoe's been the better player, but I don't know. Milos has played a good ball. Right advantage for Milos. Huge moments here. Pressure is going to creep in. He's also got to feel like he's got nothing to lose, too, in some ways. Milos to serve. And that's a double fault, third of this game, and that is that pressure, and that is the nerves. We're at deuce. Yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying it. It's Anthony Hirsch here on commentary. If you want to check out my channel, Tennis Commentary Booth with Anthony Hirsch, make sure to subscribe. QualityShot Tennis. QualityShot Tennis will be here for more matches. I'm about to snap. Me too, Ashley. I'm about to snap. I mean, this match has been so intense. This match has been intense. It's advantage to Milos. He's been double faulting on all the game points. These double faults be getting on my nerves, LOL. That's it, Ashley. Advantage to Raonic. Is a little bit. Raonic right back at the line, though. That gives me a good feeling. He's in the serving momentum. I don't know. I think we might see a Raonic ace here. And we do. It's an ace down the line. 3-0. 3-0. Milos Raonic is back. People forget about Milos Raonic. People talk about other players. People say Milos Raonic just a big server. He's been a great player. He's been to 4 Masters finals. Been to Wimbledon final. He won. He had a 68% win percentage. That's better than guys like even David Ferrer. He's been amazing. He's been amazing. And David Ferrer great too. And Ferrer played a lot more matches. But anyway, the point stands. Raonic is back. Raonic is back. Respect to Raonic. He's up 3-0. He's up to 3-0. Love to see it. Vamos Raonic. Let's go Milos. Let's go Milos. He has a great personality too. Super genuine guy. I mean, I remember back in the day, I didn't like Raonic for a hot minute. I didn't like Raonic in a hot minute. I'll be honest with you, because there was a moment in Canada. It was in Canada. It was like 2013, 2014. I don't remember who he was playing. I have a feeling it might have been Del Potro, but I could be wrong. But he was playing somebody. And anyway, he got super close. He touched the net. He very clearly, as clear as day, he touched the net with his foot. It was very clear. And Raonic looks at the umpire. He clearly knew it. And then he just started turning back. And then I think the other player asked him, did you you touched the net? And Raonic just didn't say anything. I was like, that sucks. Like, you got to say it. If you know, you got to say it. Fair play. And I stuck on that for a bit. And then I was like, it's just one situation. I mean, he was playing in front of the home crowd. He was super into the match. We all make mistakes. I've done that. I've lied before. I've made mistakes and been like, that's super embarrassing. Like, I should have just owned up to it. It happens. And then I was like, you know what? Milos actually seems like a great guy. I don't think he would have done that every time that happened. You know what I mean? He made that mistake one time, but he seems like a great guy, a great player. So I didn't like him for a bit. And then I was like, you know what? He seems like a great guy. I like his game a lot. He's probably young too. Yeah, exactly, Enigma. So, I mean, I don't know. And whatever, you can like whoever you like, but I'm personally a big fan of Raonic. But yeah, for a hot minute, I didn't really like Raonic. And then I was like, this guy just serves people off the courts. He has a huge forehand. He seems like a nice guy too. Hey, what's up, Terry? Terry becomes a member. What's up? Glad to have you back. Enjoyed you in the chat the other time you came out as well. I'll be here for more Canadian Open matches, having fun on this one. It's Milos Raonic potentially with a huge one. Listen, I'm a big Milos fan. I'm super high on Milos, so whatever. I'm very excited to be calling it. But let's see if he can finish it off, because Tiafoe has an amazing mentality. I really think he has maybe the most underrated mentality on tour. He's come back in a lot of matches he didn't deserve to win, or at least he didn't. He was way behind in the score. So he really pulled through a lot of matches. 30 left here for Tiafoe. Gets an ace out wide. An ace out wide. Raonic up on Tiafoe. Try and take out the 9th seed wild card. Try and take out a player 535 spots ahead of him in the rankings. That's only Raonic's third event back. Listen, before Raonic's comeback, his last tournament was Atlanta Open in 2021. That was in July. This is his first hardcore tournament in over 2 years. 3-1, by the way. Raonic return into the net. Like seeing players come back strong. Absolutely. Nishikori's come back strong too. Anybody who doesn't know, I got to go to the Atlanta Open in person. I got a chance to interview Kei Nishikori. I was like 2 feet away from him. I also got to see him super close up play against Chinese teenager Shang, who's an amazing player too, amazing forehand. But I got to see Nishikori live. I got to interview and ask Nishikori a question. It was crazy. So there's a vlog on the channel of me asking Nishikori a question if you want to check it out. I'm hoping that we can add together another vlog of some other stuff of me at the Atlanta Open too. But yeah, I'm also thinking about trying to go to Winston-Salem Open. That's in the works. I don't know for sure I'll have a chance, but it could happen. Tiafoe just not moving his legs. That's weird. I don't know what it is about it. Tiafoe looking at his box. Tiafoe with a weird look at his box. He didn't move his legs, and then he just hit a forehand slice out. I wonder when Emma Raducanu is playing again. She's back training Max. Yeah. Tiafoe's not Tiafoe. Raducanu is back training. 30 love, ace out wide. Ace out wide. Tiafoe looks a little bit dejected. I'm not going to lie. Tiafoe looks a little bit dejected. But yeah, Raducanu's back training, which I'm excited about. I mean, I'm going to say, like, to be honest, I don't know. When that U.S. Open final happened, I was like, Leylah Fernandez beat 3 top 5 players. I have my eye on Leylah Fernandez. By the way, Tiafoe standing in super close, almost about to saber the Raonic serve. So anyway, I was like, I almost had my eyes more on Fernandez than Raducanu after that. But I think Raducanu, anybody who can win a Grand Slam as a qualifier, win 10 matches at a Grand Slam event at 18 years old, they're going to be a problem. So I'm waiting for Raducanu to come back. I really like her game. I think she just needs to improve on some stuff, but I think she'll be back if she has the motivations for it. And yeah. By the way, 50 winners for Raonic, 22 for Tiafoe. Stat of the match, probably. Stat of the match. Serve out wide. Tiafoe tries to return it with a squash shot right at the back fence. Score 1 for Raonic. Raonic has 2 more service games to go. This has been a super tense match. It's been very tense. Tiafoe walking super slowly to his bench. Just looking up at the crowd, saying, what is going on? What is going on? You know what's funny about this too? I'll tell you something funny about this. After this match, this is going to be one of the weirdest head-to-heads ever. This is going to be one of the weirdest head-to-heads ever. What I mean by that is these guys played 5 years ago in Canada. These guys played once before. Tiafoe won against Raonic 5 years ago in Canada, 2018. That was when Raonic was super good, whatever. He wasn't at his best then, but still he was higher ranked than Tiafoe. Tiafoe was 20 years old. Tiafoe beat Raonic in that match in 3 sets. He broke Raonic twice. And Tiafoe managed to win that match. He was way the underdog. Now they play 5 years later, no match in between them. They play 5 years later at the same tournament in Canada. Raonic, way the underdog. He's 545th in the world. He's played 2 tournaments. He's played 4 matches. This is his 5th match back. And now Raonic looks like he's going to win. It's like, what is going on? That's a weird head-to-head. Thank you, Terry. Yep. Yeah, Raducanu is going to be back. Raonic. Yeah, let's go Milos. He's going to be, he might tear up. He's going to be emotional if he gets the win here. I mean, Milos isn't usually very emotional, to be honest, but so that'd be a weird sight. But I'm just saying, what a crazy win in front of the Canadian crowd. In my dreams, I have Raonic's serve, LOL. Yeah, I'd love to have Raonic's serve more than anybody else's. Isner's serve is probably better, barely, but it's like, I love the way his service motion, it looks so easy and it looks so cool. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, Raonic's serve is a dream. Back in return from Raonic, backhand from Tiafoe. Tiafoe's really not moving his legs very much. I don't know what's up. Oh, Raonic falls on the ground. Hopefully he's okay. Raonic gets right back up. I think Raonic just slipped up. Okay. Raonic is fine. 15 love. I was talking about Tiafoe. Even though the score is 4-1, the games have been close. That's true, Enigma. The games have been pretty close. 2 hours and 27 minutes. Yeah, Raonic just fell on his back. He did exactly what he needed to do. He didn't fall on his hands. He didn't do anything like that. When you fall, you don't want to fall on your hands. You just kind of want to roll. Even if you fall hard on your back, that might hurt for like 5 seconds, but that's better than falling on your hands and trying to stop the fall. Tiafoe serves and volleys, forehand volley. Oh, he missed it into the net. 15-all. 15-all. Raonic is 7 points away from it. 4-1. 4-1. Raonic, big forehand, but it goes long. Tiafoe is walking kind of slowly. I don't know. I'm kind of have my eyes on Tiafoe's physicality. I don't know what's up. Maybe he's just saving his energy, but I don't know. Never count Tiafoe out, though. Serve out wide. Why do I say never count Tiafoe out? Well, there's been a few matches where he's really made amazing comebacks. Save match point. A few of them he didn't end up coming back all the way, but a few of them he did. Tsitsipas at Labor Cup last year, he saved like 6 match points or something. Other ATP tournaments too, he has 2. I'm forgetting the matches, but he's had some crazy comebacks. So never count him out. Alcaraz at the U.S. Open semifinals last year saved a set point in the 4th set, nearly won that match. He can come back out of nowhere. Medvedev at Indian Wells this year. There's been a few where he's really done some great comebacks. Drop shot from Tiafoe. Raonic there with the flick is 4-2. Tiafoe gets the game, 4-2. Looks like Lorenzo Musetti got a haircut. That's nice, yeah. Raonic here with 4-2. Yeah, I like Musetti. I hope that he can do something in this tournament. Musetti is a clay courter so far in his career, but he's super young. He did really well on grass courts this year, and he was killing. He can play well on hard courts too. So hopefully Musetti can do something in this tournament. Serve from Raonic out wide. That's good serve from Raonic. 15 love. Or no, it's just out. Never mind. Think it's just out. Second serve coming for Milos. Celebrating too early. Forehand into the net. Big come on from Milos. The Open was crazy last year. A lot of great matches. Yep, that's it. I think this year too, Cincinnati and U.S. Open, Canada, I think we're going to have some great tournaments here. It's such a compelling moment in tennis at the moment on the men's and the women's. Yeah, U.S. Open last year was by far the best major of the year in my opinion. Roland Garros was kind of good too, but I think it was the best major last year. It was by far the best major of 2021 as well. Wimbledon was really good just now this year, but we'll see if U.S. Open can beat it. I'm hoping for a good U.S. Open this year with a lot of interesting stories going in. Forehand from Tiafoe. Raonic jumps up to avoid the shot. Pretty love. Raonic is 6 points away. Have you watched the video of Carlos and Holger practicing? I did, yeah. Yeah, it's fun to see those two guys play. Carlos with a head start of the young guns. Those guys are like Murray and Djokovic, born like 5 days apart, I think. Yeah, always fun to see those two guys playing. Forehand into the forehand of Raonic down the line. Backhand slice of Tiafoe into the backhand volley of Raonic. It's too good. 40 love. 5 points away. 5 points away. One service hold away from what would be an absolutely monumental win for Milos Raonic on his comeback. Only his 5th match back. He's only had, listen, I consider his first 2 tournaments back a decent success too. He beat Kecmanovic in his first match in straight sets. 6-3, 6-4. That's a great result. He played really well. Lost to Jordan Thompson, but look, Jordan Thompson was playing well in the grass season. That's not that bad for a first tournament back. Wimbledon, he only loses to Tommy Paul in the second round, beats Novak, not Djokovic, beats Dennis Novak in the first round. I mean, Raonic just had, for the first 2 tournaments back, he did decent, and he only lost to Tommy Paul, Jordan Thompson. Those are tough players on grass courts. But now he's, this is really going to really kickstart his comeback. 5-2 for Raonic. 5-2 for Raonic. Either way, I'm happy he's playing again. Yeah, it's just good to see him back on court. It's good to see him back on court, but I don't know. I'm greedy. I really am greedy with Raonic, and I hope that he does something big on his comeback. With Raonic, I'm not always greedy. I'm happy to see Raonic back, but I kind of hope Raonic does something on the comeback because, I don't know, I feel like he's underrated. People don't bring him up enough. It would be great to see him do something on the comeback so his name gets mentioned more. Anyway, we're at 5-2 for Milos. We're at 5-2 for Milos. He's 1 game away from the victory. Let's look at the stats real quick before we get to what's going to be an absolutely monumental end of this match. 2.5 hours. This match has been topsy-turvy. You never know what's happening next. First set tiebreaker is really the best example of that. Yeah, 33 aces for Raonic. 33 aces in a best-of-3 match is crazy. 33 aces. Both not really good, both not good on first serve percentage. Generally, you want at least 70% first serve percentage at least 60%. They're both under 60, which is not good. 87% first serve points won, though. Both pretty good on second serve. Winners to errors, 52 winners for Raonic, 19 errors for Raonic. He's back. Pretty good for Tiafoe, too, but I just don't believe he's had 6 unforced errors. Anyway. They've probably both had more unforced errors than that. The stats is probably wrong, but either way. 2-5 here. Tiafoe serving. Let's see what Tiafoe can do. 2-5. Serve into the back end of Raonic. Back end of Tiafoe. Down the middle into the back end of Raonic. Down the middle. That's a good forehand cross score from Tiafoe. 15 love. Very solid. Yeah, the stats are crazy. Stats are crazy for Raonic. 15 love. Stats are crazy for Raonic, 15 love. Listen, when I called for this match, I really didn't think Raonic was going to get the win. And I'm a big Raonic fan, so this is a massive surprise for me if he can pull this out against Francis. Let's see what Francis has got, though. Like I said, never count Francis out. Francis is a bit sneaky. That's a huge forehand inside out. That's the thing with Raonic's forehand. He gets easy depth on that shot. Raonic gets easy depth on that shot. And obviously, he gets so much pace on the serve. He can hit a hard forehand, too. Solid stuff from Milos. 15 all. He's been able to run around a lot of backhands today, hit a lot of forehands. Tiafoe's let him off the hook a little bit too much in that department. 15 all. Serve into the backhand of Milos. That falls short. Forehand cross and forehand of Milos into the net. He goes cross court into the net. 30-15. 30-15. Serve down the line. Forehand from Milos on the return. Backhand half volley. Forehand cross court, but I think Milos just misses it. Milos just misses it. 40-15. 40-15 for Francis. I think some of the crowd thinks he made that cross court pass, but he just missed it. Milos gives a bit of a smile too. He just missed it. 40-15. 40-15. This is going to be one of the bigger service games of Milos Raonic's career in the next game on the comeback. The backhand, great, very hard backhand inside out from Tiafoe. We're at 5-3. Milos to serve for what would be an absolutely monumental win on the comeback. People don't bring up Milos Raonic's name, but listen, Raonic was a very tough player. 4 Masters finals, Wimbledon final. He's so underrated. It's not just his serve, his forehand, his net game. Like, I really mean that. Serve by far the best of his game. His forehand isn't as good as some of the other top players, but it is a good forehand. He kept improving, just kept getting injured. He's a great player, always underrated. He gets a serve to start off this monumental service game. 15-love. Milos is back. Let's see if he can finish off. Are you watching the score in Flash Score? Tennis 24. That's where we got the score on. That's where we got the score. 2 hours and 39 minutes. Let's see what Francis has, but it's Milos first serve in the net. 15-love. Francis always great at coming back. He's a skillful player. He's a bit sneaky, but it's going to be tough against Raonic right now. He's just so determined in front of the home crowd. Backhand slice. Down the middle, forehand, Tiafoe, inside in, forehand, Raonic in the net, 15-all. Into the net, bottom of the net, 15-all. Come on, Milos, let's go. Let's see what Milos has here, 15-all. Let's see what Milos has got, 15-all, for what would be an absolutely monumental victory. Raonic, his serve, always so strong. It's just an amazing serve. But the rest of his game, too. You can't have a winning percentage like he had before the comeback with only a serve. Fantastic player. A let on the first serve, second serve. Injuries kept getting in the way of Milos Raonic. An injury kept him out for about 2 years. But he's back. And Milos Raonic is back. 15-all. But let's see if he can finish it off. It's going to be way easier said than to do. To serve out down the line, though, that's going to help. 30-15. Milos looks calm. Looks calm. So that's something to say about Milos. 30-15. 2 hours and 37 minutes. Milos serving it out against the top 10 to get a top 10 win in his 5th match back. 3rd event. 545th in the world. Ace out wide, just misses the corner. The match is not done yet, though. It's a second serve here. Nearing on 3 hours in Toronto. Serve down the line. Milos decides to run around the backhand very late, though. Run around the backhand, hit a forehand. Very late decision, though. And then he just gets on the wrong foot in that rally. We're at 30-all. Milos wants a few first serves here. Like I said, both guys not doing well on first serve. Or to get first serves in. They've both done well when they've gotten it in, especially Milos. But he's only made 59% first serves in. That's not good enough for Raonic. Yeah, he's in this position anyway, so. Like, you'll want a couple of first serves here. 30-all. 30-all for Milos. Serve out wide. Just misses the corner again by inches. It's a game of inches here. 30-all. Serve out wide. Forehand from Tiafoe. Just clears the net. Forehand down the line. It's a good shot. Tiafoe on the defense. Backhand. Tiafoe there with the forehand. Cross. Raonic forehand. Cross court. Just grabs the sideline. Forehand cross court to the forehand of Raonic. And he hits it long. Tiafoe there. 30-40. Tiafoe still fighting. I said never count Francis out. Listen, you can never count a top 10 player out. And Francis is top 10 for a reason. It's 30-40. Francis is sneaky. And we're at the round just was 2 points away. Now it's a break point. Raonic has saved a few break points early in the set with aces. 3 break points in the opening game, all aces. Fourth ace there. We're back at deuce. We're back at deuce. Oh my God. 2 points away here. Big serve, come on. Yeah, you got it, Enigma. We got a big serve. Deuce here. We're at deuce here. Yes, yeah, Enigma, you summoned it. I think you summoned the serve there. We're at deuce. The pure will and desire for Raonic. I grew up watching Milos. For him to get in from the home crowd over a player as good as Tiafoe, that would be a special victory. But let's see if he can do it. Francis is going to be tough to put away, to say the least. Second serve here. Big second serve, and that's a backhand return out. Raonic decided to go for it, and I like that decision. I like that decision. Goes for a second serve. Milos Raonic with a match point. And it's not just the big serve that's got him here. He's hit over 50 winners. Milos has hit over 50 winners over top 10 Tiafoe. It's his 5th match back, and that's why I was still waiting for Milos Raonic to come back, because he's never in the discussion, but he deserves to be. This injury not keeping him out. The serve down the line, but he just misses it. He just misses it. The crowd's cheering, but they're going to get a harsh reality. Serves out. One more chance here for Milos to take this. Second serve. That's an ace! Second serve ace out wide. Milos Raonic is back, and he's back to stay. Over 50 winners, 36 aces from Milos. The crowd cheering for Milos' 5th match back. Milos Raonic is back. He gets warm smile to the crowd. He can't even believe it, because why should he? Why should he believe it? He's in a dream. I think he's dreaming. I think we're all in Milos Raonic's dream right now. Beating Francis Tiafoe, top 10 in the world in Canada. It wasn't just the serve. Over 50 winners got it done over Francis Tiafoe. Tiafoe did not play his best tennis. Milos deserved that win. Second serve, ace match point. Crazy. Yeah, Enigma. Milos got it done. Milos got it done. Congrats, Milos. So proud of him. Yeah, absolutely. 36 aces from Raonic. Yay. Nicola, my boy, is back. That's it, Milos. Tiafoe's going to be disappointed. He'll want to pick up his level going into Cincinnati. I think he's going to. He always picks it up at U.S. Open, not just last year. He picked it up against Rublev one year, beat him at the U.S. Open. Tiafoe, he'll pick it up in Cincinnati, but Raonic, he deserved that win. Milos with the win in Canada. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to sub to Quality Shot Tennis. I'll be here for more matches commentating for the channel. Hope you guys enjoyed. It's been Anthony Hirsch for Quality Shot Tennis. Anthony here for Quality Shot Tennis. And don't forget to sub. We'll be here for the U.S. Open as well, Cincinnati. And we'll be here for a lot more stuff. So stick around. Quality Shot Tennis. Quality Shot Tennis. That's where you want to be. Let's go, Milos, man. Milos with an absolutely monumental victory over Francis Tiafoe. Monumental victory over Francis. Good stuff, man. Thanks. I appreciate it, Enigma. Appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, if you want to check out my channel as well, Tennis Commentary Booth with Anthony Hirsch. I'll be posting more stuff on there. Tennis Commentary Booth with Anthony Hirsch on YouTube. Commentary Booth on Twitter. Tennis Commentary Booth on Instagram. That's Commentary Booth on Twitter. And again, my YouTube channel, Tennis Commentary Booth with Anthony Hirsch. Tennis Commentary Booth with Anthony Hirsch. But yeah, I appreciate you guys stopping by. Wow. Milos Raonic is back. Gets the win over Francis Tiafoe. Great win for Milos. Let's look at the stats again. Text, yeah, Terry. Yeah, and I appreciate Terry becoming a member as well. Tennis Commentary Booth with Anthony. Yes, that's it. Yes, exactly. Tennis Commentary Booth with Anthony Hirsch. Yeah, that's it. That's my channel. I'll start in the chat too. Yeah, that's my channel if you want to check it out. Don't forget to sub to Quality Shot Tennis as well. We'll be here for a lot more matches and the rest of Canada. Bye, Dutch. See you later, Dutchie. Always good to have you in the chat. Always good to have you in the chat. Yeah, let's look at the stats real quick before we fall out, because listen, this isn't just a regular match. It's not just a regular win. We got to discuss just a little bit before I head out, because I mean, come on. Milos gets the win over Tiafoe. I'm excited by that result. I'm quite happy with it. 37 aces for Milos. 8 double faults, but it didn't matter when he hit 37 aces. Listen, if you hit 37 aces, go for it. Hit 8 double faults. You're good. That's a plus, what is it? Plus 29 ratio on aces to double faults. That's fine. Both guys, listen, Raonic hit 57% first serves in. That usually doesn't do it for him, but it was good enough, especially because Tiafoe hit even less in. 55% first serves in for Tiafoe. 87% first serve points won, whatever. 57 winners, 20 unforced. 27 winners, 6 unforced for Tiafoe. High level from both. I almost feel like Tiafoe hit more errors than that. Raonic too, probably. But either way, 2 hours and 42 minutes. Milos Raonic is back and gets the win in Canada. Who's he playing in the next round? I got to check that out. Who does Milos get in the next round? I'll check that out. Let's see. Raonic, Taro Daniels. So it's a good draw for Raonic. Raonic could have a bit of a dream run in Canada. I expect him to beat Taro Daniel too, the way he was playing in that match. That's who he's got next, Taro Daniel, who's always dangerous. Daniel beat Manarino, but look. And then after that, he potentially has Rublev, maybe Karatsev or McDonald. Karatsev especially, but probably Rublev. That's going to be tough, but I guess you never really know for sure. But yeah, wow. What a win for Milos over Francis Tiafoe. I'll take those odds, LOA. Yeah, you can hit 8 double faults as long as you hit a crazy amount of aces. Shout out Milos. Like I said, he hit over 50 winners in that match. Milos is not just a server, and he's a great player. I'm really high on Milos. I think he's a great player. I'm very high on Tiafoe too. He just did not play his best match. Tiafoe, always very skillful player. He'll be back for Cincinnati. But it was Milos. It was Milos who gets it done in front of the home crowd. I like his odds in the next match against Taro Daniel as well. So I like his odds in the next match against Taro Daniel. But yeah, it's been Anthony Hirsch on commentary for QualityShot Tennis. I started my channel in the chat. Tennis Commentary Booth with Anthony Hirsch. If you want to check out my channel on YouTube, Tennis Commentary Booth with Anthony Hirsch. I'll post more on there. Commentary Booth on Twitter. Tennis Commentary Booth on Instagram. That's Tennis Commentary Booth with Anthony Hirsch. And yeah, don't forget to sub QualityShot Tennis, like as well if you enjoyed it. But yeah, all of that stuff aside, hope you guys enjoyed it. Milos Raonic gets the win over Francis Tiafoe. To recap a little bit, Raonic serves first. He gets broken the first game, and then he breaks that love against Tiafoe in the 5-4 game. And then they have a topsy-turvy tiebreaker over 20 minutes long where Raonic saved like 5 set points, and then they had a crazy point to end it off, which Tiafoe had the most amazing get, but he hit the net, but the umpire gave him the point anyway, because apparently that part of the net didn't matter. And but then Raonic, despite all this, came back anyway, won a tight second set. Tiafoe was 2 points away from winning it. He was down 5-6, love 30. And Tiafoe was 2 points away from winning the match. And I don't think he had match points, but Tiafoe was so close to winning it. And he kind of let Raonic out of that 5-6 game with a bunch of errors. Raonic won the set. Both these guys very good in tiebreakers. And then Raonic clutches up and wins the third set 6-3. And yeah, shout out Milos. So many winners and just a high-level match. Milos is back. Milos is back and gets the win over Tiafoe. And I'm excited to see Milos do more on the comeback. That is a monumental win for Milos in Canada. It's going to be a very memorable win for Milos. Hope he does something on his comeback. I'm rooting for Nishikori as well, who's part of his same generation. But I'm sure, but we could separate the two as well. Hope that Raonic keeps having some big wins. That's a top 10 victory for Milos in his 5th match in his comeback. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll be here for more of Canada. That's a big win for Raonic. Next up, he's got Taro Daniel. Can he keep the run going in this Masters 1000 event? Milos, he gets an amazing win for his career in Canada, and shout out to Raonic because he is back. That injury didn't keep him out. Milos Raonic is back. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you at the next one.